Hello, everybody. Welcome to the International Kriegsspiel Society's special Halloween event. I'm Marshall. I am broadcasting from the beautiful California Central Coast. It is a foggy morning out here, nice and cool, as it often is year round, actually. Um, as I enjoy the beachside weather here, we're going to be looking at some other beaches. We're looking at Florida and Cuba. And that's because today's scenario is the Cuban Missile Crisis. We're doing the Cuban Missile Crisis because today is the 60th anniversary of the end of the Cuban Missile Crisis, October 29th, 1962. We have an American team and a Soviet team. We have changed some things from the original scenario because we don't want the teams to recreate the original scenario. What will be happening though is they will have to kind of work with each other and maybe at some point negotiate a solution. We'll see what happens. Here at the top, you see a blue icon. This is a convoy carrying nuclear weapons and a secret Soviet weapon, which is an EMP weapon that basically destroys the electronics wherever it lands. And they're on a convoy of ships escorted by a couple Soviet destroyers and a cruiser. And of course, you have the missile installations. Now, the Americans know that these things are going in. They don't know exactly where they are. They'll have to look for them. But of course, there's bad weather. So this here represents bad weather. So we've thrown a lot of curveballs at them. We're going to see what happens. And it should be an interesting game. So stay tuned. Feel free to say hello or ask questions and comments in the chat. And away we go. Just remember, this is our Halloween event, so we're going to be having a lot of fun today, or so I hope. All right, I'm going to turn my face off and talk to the players. That way you can see the map. All right, there we are. All righty. Let's go talk to the team.
Duck Tom Brady.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
There we are.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Good morning, good
Good
afternoon, and
afternoon.
evening, depending on where you folks are at.
It's 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Special thank you to Justin, who is here, and any of you who are here in the midnight hours or the wee hours. I appreciate you being here and helping out and participating in this very special event. It's the Cuban Missile Crisis, folks. Today is the 29th anniversary. Not the 29th. Today is October 29th. It's the 60th anniversary of the end of the Cuban Missile Crisis, October 29th, 1962. And we are going to see if you guys can do any better. For the first couple turns, you won't be able to speak to each other, but after about turn 3 or so, you guys will be able to give each other a call. Maybe you'll be able to negotiate something. We'll see what happens. Both of you have your briefings and so on, so we're absolutely ready to start. So at this point, I want you to go to your war rooms. You'll be playing kind of in a common setting, so please, when the umpire comes in, let the umpire call on each player to get their orders, if they have any orders, okay? And don't interrupt, so that way the umpire can quickly get all the orders and get out. Don't make small talk or conversation. Try to avoid questions and all of that. I know that you're going to have a lot of questions as we go, but keep all of that to a minimum so the game moves quickly, because we want to get through a lot of turns to give you folks the best opportunity for you to see your strategy unfold. Okay, that's all I've got.
Negotiations with the commies.
Well, you'll be able to negotiate after turn 3 if you want, but you don't
No
have
negotiations.
to. No negotiations. The hard line. There we have it.
The
All
Kremlin
right.
will be blown up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Remember,
I'll be the,
remember,
I'll
if
be
the,
the first to use nukes.
if the nukes start flying, everyone loses. So, of course, I win, but you lose. All right.
Well,
Yeah, if the nukes start flying, the umpires win.
That's right.
better dead than red.
There we are.
Anyway,
All right. Go ahead and go to your rooms, and we're going to begin in about 2 minutes. Good luck. All right, here we are. Dave, you're here.
I'm here. Yeah, I was a little bit behind. Funny story, actually, because I was uploading a video, and it's only 3 hours long, but it took 5 days to upload on YouTube because of my poor internet.
Oh no. Are you here to umpire?
Yeah, I'll help umpire. Yeah.
Oh, great. That Justin, I think you've been given a reprieve if you want to go to bed.
Then I probably will. I'm still not entirely well, so I'll go get some sleep.
I understand, Justin. All right, I'll make sure you can see this recording later. Thank you, Justin.
No worries.
You got it. And G
Thank you.
Puzzle, good to see you. Nelson
Yes.
Roswell, I love the name. That is an awesome name. Very clever.
It's an anagram on Orson Welles, which was
Yeah.
kind of the joke.
Yeah, I see that. That's great. Okay. Let's see. We need. Let's see. I think Lake is Tunis is with the USA. Lake should be with the
Soviets.
and they should be collecting orders. Since I have G Puzzle and Dave, both of you here, I think what we'll do is we'll give one of you. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just text me the server password
Oh,
on Discord.
lowercase IKS.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we'll have we'll double up. So one of you will be American, one of you will be Soviet, and then if we have to, we'll split players up so both of you can get the orders. Now you work with the other umpire. Each team's going to be a little weird. They're going to be different. I think the USA team in particular is going to be pretty weird. But hopefully with two umpires collecting orders, it'll go a little faster. The big thing is mainly to maintain their discipline so they don't.
Nuke Moscow.
Well, not so much that, it's so that they don't, that they get their orders in.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know, right? There we go, that does it. I figured out how to move people off the board. There we go. Alright. And yeah, feel free to like just draw whatever, draw arrows or whatever for the orders. So, do you guys have a preference, Soviet or American?
I'll take Americans.
Alright, go for it. You can go ahead and hop down there, let them know that you're there to help and whatever they need. Just team up. And then Dave, I guess that means you're on the red team.
Yep. In Soviet Russia, umpire plays you. Right.
That's right. That's a great joke, man. Back in the 80s when that came out. That was an old beer commercial. When the guy says, in Soviet Russia, party finds you.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Go ahead.
You might have to move my my little player thing because it's right in the middle of the map.
Is it?
Yeah. And I might have to duck out because it's only 99% loading, but I think that's probably my poor internet.
Oh, no. I already moved you off to the side of the map, I think. I don't think
Okay.
you're in the middle of the map anymore. But
Okay, that's good.
in either case, we'll fix it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
It usually takes more to load the last 1% than the first 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. On the YouTube channel, hello to Dave Pumphouse. Good to see. Got to get me in to help umpire. Good to see you. Wolfton, Submarine Crisis win. We will see. Lawson, what's up, man? I hope you didn't kiss anything. If you did, I hope you're far away. Unless she's good looking. But anyway, let's see here. What do we have? We've got... It looks like they've positioned the Soviet silos and everything. All right. So when the umpires come back, we'll process their first turn of orders. And let me make sure everyone's promoted. You're almost loaded in.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
Well, I've promoted you.
Tart.
Yeah, you'll load in. And I don't know who Fire Spear is, but I promoted them too. That might be Cookie Hunter, I don't know.
Yes.
All right. Well, I promoted you so you can play a little bit, or, you're not just locked out. Oh, what is all that down there? That's okay. Oh, yeah, the Americans are bringing in assets from off map. Yeah, there's a bunch of off map assets, as you can see here on the sides. So they're positioning their stuff. So it looks like the Americans are bringing in, let's see here, who is that? It's another Marine brigade. There's an American carrier group here. Let's see. There's the missile boats. Oh, they're bringing in Army. Yeah, and there's the carrier group. Here's the Soviet surface group. And that is their convoy with the missiles and the EMPs. Here we have the brigade there. So there we go. All right. So this is turn 1 of the Cuban Missile Crisis game. We are moving elements into position. And it looks like, all right, yeah, we got some submarines getting positioned. Yeah. So the Americans are trying to set up some sort of a screen, perhaps. They are probably looking for that convoy. And they want to intercept it before it gets to Cuba. However, the convoy is surprisingly close to Florida. And it looks like the Soviet missile boat squadron is moving around Cuba, perhaps to block Guantanamo Bay. What do you got, Lake?
Yeah. So the Soviets are very much planning an aggressive maneuver with the convoy. They're trying to get down to Cuba as quickly as possible with them and strap a nuke to a bomber. So yeah, it's getting very aggressive.
Yeah, well,
in this early stage.
It will early on. Yeah, early on, the only way they have to communicate is through posturing. So that will be the case, but it'll be up to us.
And the missile squadron. Sorry.
Yep, it'll be up to us to manage that. Go ahead.
And the missile squadron is going down to Santiago de Cuba, basically as rebasing, so they can patrol Guantanamo Bay.
You got it. Okay. All right, so we got to figure what 8 hours of movement's going to be for these guys. I actually don't have much idea. We'll move them like. Are these all the orders? Go ahead.
I gave the Soviets an estimate that it would take about a day for the missile squadron to get to Santiago de Cuba. I don't know if that's correct.
We'll just call it. We'll just call it good.
All right.
So, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure there'll be somebody watching this live stream like, no, it's 2 days, you idiot. But whatever.
We're doing it live.
Kriegsspiel is the land of fudge, my friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's because measuring things isn't what's so important. It's making the right decisions with limited information. That matters. All right. And Tunis is back. Do you have Soviet orders?
American orders.
American.
Lake is the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Americans are redeploying the 1st Infantry Battle Group of the 29th Infantry Division to Guantanamo Bay.
Okay.
This is going to be advertised as a routine switching out of units at Guantanamo Bay,
Hmm.
but they won't be pulling the 5th Marine Brigade back, and that will just be billed as oops.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. All right. Go ahead and are we ready to move pieces?
I did forget that there are, because Sergey's not mic'd up, I did forget that there are some air forces are coming in to Cuba. More
Okay.
air forces are coming into.
Okay. Do you want them to land already, or do you want them to be en route?
I'll say en route. It'll probably arrive on the next day.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. Let's. You guys can go ahead and move units as you feel is appropriate. There should be 2 umpires for each team. If you need to split players into different rooms just to collect orders, because I imagine it's chaos in those rooms with everybody talking at once, that's fine too. Whatever it takes to manage the players, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm good for right now. I'll tell you if I need some extra help. I should also note that the new player is in as Castro, commanding Cuban forces.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
you've got me helping you with the Soviets, and by the time I came in, you're already back and they've taken their orders. So yeah, just tell me how we're gonna break them up, and
Yeah. Okay.
bring it.
Gotcha.
I think it might be
Probably-
good in the future to have a military in one channel and then political in the other.
That's actually a very good idea. Political forces, split it up, political, military.
Yeah.
I'll take
And,
political. You can take military.
Actually, no. I was gonna say the opposite. You do military, because my idea was I'm just gonna be a beat reporter, like an actual reporter. Hence the name.
That's Lake
No,
and Dave.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So who do you want?
All right.
Shoe puzzle.
No, I was thinking doing the political side, but this is the U.S. They're all in the White House together right now, and it's like political, and I don't know if there should be much of a separation.
Oh yeah.
I
It's
think
just the Kremlin,
once-
which is like you are separated by the entire Atlantic Ocean plus Europe.
Yeah, I think once the big stuff starts happening, then just to simplify the orders.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, really the purpose here is to keep the game moving. So it's about
Yep.
yeah, the game rather than the players or whatever, cuz in real life they'd have phones and radios and other things, and with 8-hour increments for the turns, you know. All right.
Things take time.
Yeah. Okay. So don't move that convoy too far.
All right. Yeah. It's not going that far. It's probably just maybe to here.
Well,
Keeping it quiet and radio silence.
we want them to be able to go to Florida easily.
Yeah. They still got a route to Miami.
Okay. Well, we'll. All right. We're
right.
just
Okay,
gonna move
yeah,
them
there's
real
fine.
slow.
Should
Alright.
the Americans know that the convoy is now within the cordon they set up?
No, that
these-
if they look for it, we might tell
If
them
they
in a
look for
day or
it, if they
two.
look for it, they'll find it. But if they don't, they
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
Might
them
catch them on
to
radar.
attack it right away. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and give reports and go with turn 2.
All right.
All right.
All right, just for fun, my friends, we will hop down to one of the rooms. Let's hop down to the do we dare hop down to USA? Oh my gosh. Let's see what happens.
The first date we started on. Let's go ahead. Kennedy said that he was only going to campaign in the morning. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can bring him back here.
Oh my god.
Mr. President, it is now turn 2. And I believe you are finished campaigning for the day, is that right? And ready to have an afternoon briefing?
No, that was a photo op with a random astronaut on the morning.
Well, he's
Okay.
going to have to wait. So the first battle group of the 29th Infantry Division has begun the process of redeploying to Guantanamo Bay. You have gotten reports from U-2 spy planes that they believe the installations are throughout the island, but there do appear to be missile regiments, mobile missile regiments, on the eastern part of the island, very close to Guantanamo Bay. They haven't gotten any pictures yet, but they're certainly closing in on that, on their location. Um,
All right.
the 6th Carrier Group has redeployed to south of Cuba, where you had requested, south of the Cayman Islands, and your submarines have set up a cordon, sort of east of the Bahamas, and in that, you have kind of a line right there. So that, I believe, is all there is to report.
Okay.
I should also note that air forces are en route to Cuba. Just so
American Air
that
Forces?
you got, sorry, Soviet air forces are
Okay.
en route to Cuba.
All right. So, all right. Naval, my naval officer, wherever you are at.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it's you. That's right. If you, when you give your orders, can get those attack submarines in here, I want them to start doing their search patrols that I detailed last week. And I want them to primarily focus on getting us better intel on what the fuck the Americans are doing, because that's kind of cringe.
Kind of cringe, right?
Air Force, continue your patrols. I want, so those missile boats are still en route to Guantanamo, correct?
Yes, it's been about 8 hours, so
Okay.
you only got like minor reports. So it's going to take them it'll take them a full 24 hours to get from Havana to Santo Domingo. So it'll probably be 60 more hours.
All right. Until that point, yeah, I want get those attack submarines out there. I want them to patrol that. Don't be aggressive. If they can, just don't even get seen. Look from a distance, even if it makes.
All right, so we popped into the Americans getting their briefing, and then we popped into the Soviets. I just did a sudden change. I didn't preface it. But hopefully you caught that. We switched rooms over to the Soviet room and heard the reports to the Soviets. You hear the Soviet Khrushchev player giving orders, and they are trying to kind of suss each other out. Now the fog of war has set in. Now they don't know what the other side is doing. So both sides are putting feelers out to try to figure out what the heck is going on. So, pretty normal. Let's pop back into the USA real quick and hear their orders, and then we'll be ready to go with the turn.
Those that are going for the missile sites in the south of Cuba, also to pay some attention to just check out the coast. These mangrove forests in the Guantanamo Bay, because apparently that's supposed to be a landing spot at some point.
Okay. Where is that? Which bay did you say?
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo.
Gitmo. Yep.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sure. Yeah, they will patrol in that region.
All right, guys, just about 15 more minutes. Just a quick update. Sam, I've got your stuff, so don't worry.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Wait for the umpires to get back, and as soon as they're back, we'll go ahead and process the turn. Hopefully something interesting is happening. We'll let them start talking to each other on turn 3 here, I think. I'll ask the umpires if they think they're ready for that. And should start getting interesting really soon. Looks like they're taking a little longer than I expected for them to take, but I do see that they've dropped a piece here. Let's see what it is. I think it's one of the, yep, so, all right, there we go.
All right.
All right. Hey, if you guys need to, what might work is when you're ready to receive orders after the reports are given, each of you has like 3 or 4 players that are like your players. Have them just pop down into a room and give you their orders. That way we get the orders in like 2 batches at the same time. So it cuts the turn time in half maybe. If that makes sense, that's a suggestion.
That's fair. They have so much time to be talking like right now.
Yes, they do.
As a group. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So, and I don't mind if you give them some new intel and you want to give them a few minutes to mull it over. That's fine. They're going to need that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's okay too. But yeah, I don't want because some of these guys they've got like 10 guys in a room to go through all 10. It's going to take 20 minutes. Yeah, we don't want that. So it's better to break them up and do 5 and 5. All right.
Seems like Khrushchev is just in the chair, just telling everyone what to do as well.
That's the way it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
That's fair. I will then have Curtis LeMay, George Anderson, and Robert McNamara come down to Blue 3.
Okay.
When we get up there.
When you do orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. The report can be delivered to everyone simultaneously, but the orders, yeah. All right, we're square.
I'll say that if that's the case, then I'll take Khrushchev and Sadetsky into Red 2 when that goes.
Sure.
Am I doing Blue 1 or Blue 3? Just for clarification.
You'll do Blue 1.
All right.
I was going to say for flavor, maybe say that the British Air Force notifies the Americans that they have detected some Soviet aircraft crossing the Atlantic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, that's great. Okay, go ahead and move pieces, and then let me know when we're ready to begin the next turn.
All right.
I've moved
here.
I've moved the first infantry battle group to Guantanamo. I think realistically that would probably take more like a week, but for the purposes of this game.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, yeah. All right.
The battle group is only about 5 companies, so it's okay.
It's not terribly large.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you're ready, let's go ahead with the next turn.
Nearly there.
So the Soviet forces on Cuba
right.
would definitely know that there's more soldiers in Guantanamo Bay now.
Okay. All right.
Dave, also the attack submarines are en route.
Yeah. Do we know what turn they'll arrive? That was my next question.
Uncertain.
Have them arrive on the next. Have them arrive like one at a time on the next several turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they going to be arriving? I mean, there's a net here of
Yeah.
U.S.
We need to
American
decide.
Well, put one of them close to an American sub somewhere.
Yeah, so that they're aware of what's going on.
And maybe put one next to a carrier group.
Yeah, I will. I'll have a think.
Yeah,
about
this
it.
carrier group is banging away with sonar and.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
I will.
All right. All right. Good luck, guys.
So we're
Good
going to
job.
turn 3.
Yep.
Turn 3.
Yep.
Fighting.
You still have nuclear weapons in Cuba.
Oh, Marshall's in here. Game's over. GG.
No, we're just I'm here because I'm live streaming, so we're here to hear the briefing or the report.
Okay.
All right, Dave. Since you're doing military, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah. So your Tu-16 bombers have landed in Cuba, as has their MiG-21 escorts. Attack submarines are still in the depths of the Atlantic, and they'll be arriving in the next turn or two. And that's about it.
Sick. Do we have an update on how close the missile boat group is to Guantanamo?
They report that they're just off Punta Cubanas.
I don't know where the hell that is. Oh, I see it. I found it.
Yeah.
And then other thing, I know that we were reported that there's a rotation of U.S. troops from Guantanamo. Are there troops at Guantanamo right now, or is it empty?
Oh yeah, there are always troops at Guantanamo.
Okay,
What do you think?
so it was just a routine rotation.
Yeah, routine rotation.
All right, Air Marshal, you have access to the TU. What are they? I already forget numbers. Numbers are hard. TU-16s and the MiG-21s. I entrust you to do what you will with them, out of your own control. Army, just, I don't know, pull out your binoculars, keep looking, buddy boy, I believe in you. And for the fleet, yeah, please, my naval officer over there, please continue to urge these subs to get here, because without them, honestly, right now, I mean, I would like to get a better scope of
They're going as
what
fast as they can.
the U.S. is doing.
Yeah.
Mounted on their vehicles. And that has a range of about 120, 130 kilometers.
Can I just give my orders here? I want a private phone call with McNamara.
Well, you can do that in a second once we break everybody off. And I think G-Puzzle, do you have anything?
Nothing to add, other than the British Air Force attacks that there are Soviet aircraft currently crossing the Atlantic.
There's what?
The British Air Force has reported that they have detected what they think is Soviet aircraft crossing the Atlantic.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have.
Oh, they have the range for that?
Anderson,
I don't know.
Anderson, we're gonna be
bombers would like tanking.
It's possible
Okay,
that they're refueling
Seamus, just one
in
question.
certain places.
Sorry.
Sure.
Can I have 2 phone calls in one turn?
I would say you can make 2 phone calls within an 8-hour period. Yes.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
on phone calls.
Well, one of them won't be to Maryland, but Mr. Kennedy.
It's a good thing I'm leaving tonight. I'll be leaving the goodwill visit to McCone and McNamara. Gonna have a lot of fun doing this.
Awesome. All right. So let's get McNamara and
question?
Sure. One more.
From the photos with the Scuds, does it appear that they are fully operational with warheads and everything, or are they still assembling stuff?
Yeah, they're fully operational. Now, these are not the installations. These are the mobile missile regiments.
But they can still carry nukes.
Yes, and you've seen them. Yeah.
Everything can carry
SRBMs.
All
Okay,
right,
so we'll go ahead and get orders. Let's have Curtis LeMay, George Anderson, and Robert McNamara come down to Blue 3.
All right.
Right. What are your orders? Or
I'll leave you a little bit of time to think. Oh, I already know what I want.
Fantastic.
I want 2 phone calls with private ones with Anderson and McNamara within this turn, and I'll be traveling away from DC to Connecticut.
I see. RFK?
McCone and I were deciding where to send our U2s this turn.
I see.
We were generally thinking the mountains. We haven't looked at the mountains up at the...
All right, so they're still working this. Their assets are still arriving in theater. So it is what it is. It's the workup. This is the march to contact. If this were a Napoleonic Kriegsspiel, you would have the cavalry scouts out front looking for the enemy columns, and they're still trying to suss each other out, and they'll be figuring some stuff out very soon. I'm almost tempted to give them a 3rd turn here. Let's see here. Hey, Dave.
Hello.
All right, I'm almost tempted to give these guys 1 more turn just to see what they do with themselves. before we spring
Oh.
the surprise, but we'll see.
I just noticed that the surprise. I didn't realize that we were still going with that, but fair enough.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the Halloween special Kriegsspiel.
I gotcha.
So we are having some fun with this one.
Yeah.
It'll test their ability to, it's a Clausewitz, no plan of battle, survives first contact.
Maybe
with the
wait
enemy.
2 or 3 turns. Maybe wait 2 or 3 turns.
One more turn, I think, at least. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. All right. I want to hear that call between Kennedy and McNamara. Kennedy wants a private call with McNamara, and I want to hear that call. So let's see what happens. I'm kind of monitoring to see when they split off. Oh, I'm getting all stuffy here. I've having a hard time.
Kleenexes or
Oh
tissues?
yeah. I'm not gonna blow my nose on the thing, but.
Oh yeah, of course. But just.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I took a COVID test yesterday and I got the faintest pink line, and I don't know if that's anything or.
I thought I had COVID at one point, but it said it was a negative.
Yeah.
And that I got a pink there as well. It's faint line. It's just negative.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway. This is a fun game. Where are you going to put that attack sub? That first attack sub.
I was going to stick it up in. I'll make it appear like right there.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
And then I might even have another one appear down here, like closer to the USS Skipjack.
Yeah, there you go.
There we are.
So I've collected information. JFK wants 2 phone calls with Anderson and McNamara. He's traveling to Connecticut.
Okay.
That is going to be next turn. RFK wants U2 spy planes over to Sierra del Rosario, but not all of them because McCone asked for photos of the ports, specifically Havana and Santiago de Cuba, for recon, and if any launch sites were detected, he also requested good quality photos.
Okay. All right. So when does the phone call happen? When the phone call happens, let me know. We want to hear the phone call.
Yes, that would be, I
Also,
believe, next turn.
Yeah, question about inter-faction communications between Soviets and yes, US as well. How would that be done? Would it just be all voice chat, or is it text?
Voice. Voice is fine.
Voice. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just transfer Khrushchev over whenever he wants to talk to the military people. All right, I got that.
Okay. All right. Are we done then with orders, or go ahead and position and move
I'm
things?
waiting for Tunis.
I have a quick question because I've got Sergey ordering the 401st and the 290th and the 200th, and my geography of Cuba is, quite bad.
Yeah.
I don't even see those pieces on the board.
Those places?
The pieces. He's got
the pieces?
He's ordering 401st, and I can't.
401st is here.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh,
Okay,
they're
gotcha.
okay. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
aviation units.
Aviation.
Yeah,
okay, fair
aviation
enough.
units. Yeah, not military. Not
Yeah,
infantry.
fair
Okay.
enough.
Sorry, army.
I'm
That's the
surprised
reason
the
why.
Americans haven't staged anything in Florida.
Okay, he wants the 401st to go to Kamuji. Where's Kamuji?
I'll look for it for you and also mark it and plop it down once when I see it. I know there's one over here.
Might have to search it on Google Maps real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
All right. So the Soviet missile boat squadron is going to be actively pinged by the USS Skipjack. They want them to know that they're there.
Would a missile boat squadron hear the ping, especially traveling at speed?
Are they traveling at top speed?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're
probably
trying to get there.
near flank. Probably full speed, not flank, but
Yeah,
just full.
they're not going to hear that.
I think they do have sonars, so like they would at least
Yeah.
see it on the sonar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they'll at least see that they're being tracked.
I don't think so, but all right, whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. It might
The
make
orders
it
the orders were
You could
for the
say
skipjack to let them know.
you could say that they stopped to refuel or something, and while they were, for whatever reason, they slowed down or paused. And when they were in that pause, they were pinged and detected it or whatever. Whatever.
They detected something following them. We can say that.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give some mystery to it.
Sighted a periscope. You know.
Sighted a periscope. That's gonna be. That's the best damn pair of eyes in the fleet there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That actually has the Mark II eyeball.
Well, actually,
Eyeball.
actually, they had the periscope up, and the periscope wasn't seen, but there was a bird sitting on top of it, and they saw that.
There we go.
Okay, I'm down for that bit of comedy.
The absolute gull.
Yeah.
The gull. Oh God.
All right. Oh, I think Kennedy is talking to Anderson down there.
All right, I see.
Is this the phone call?
Yeah, this is the phone call.
This is the phone call?
Well, I mean, they both moved in at the same time. I was supposed to speak to McNamara alone, then Anderson, but I guess this is okay. Yeah, this is the phone call, by the way.
Conference call.
All right.
All right, McNamara, what do you think about what's happening? I want to hear your opinion as well.
Think about what?
About the motorboat squadron near Guantanamo Bay.
Well, it's certainly a problem. I don't know that there's much we can do about it.
I see. How are the preparations for all strikes or possibilities going?
Well, I mean, we've gotten the rough.
They are.
All right. So yeah.
Skipjack will.
Kennedy.
So what happens? Skipjack's.
I can move that closer.
Yeah. We'll
If
probably
it's
ping
pinging-
the submarine.
Yeah,
They'll ping
it'll
the
find
submarine.
the submarine. Yeah.
Find the submarine, but I don't know if they're. Will they follow the missile boats or the submarine?
I think the skipjack would follow the submarine.
Yeah, the submarine's a threat.
Okay, submarine's a threat, so missile boats are going to get to Santo Domingo. Santiago
de Cuba.
Yeah, sorry, not Santo Domingo. That's somewhere else. And not on
Also, I don't think the skipjack could have caught up or kept up with the missile boats anyway.
Yeah, so probably they'll get caught up probably here and then just ping them and be toe-to-toe.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. If we're ready, let's rock and roll. And we're probably going to.
Oh, sorry.
This is probably going to be the last standard turn. I think.
Understood.
Okay.
Maybe we'll decide. We'll decide when we all come back.
I've been inching the storm to the west.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have a question. What are the results of the U2 spy planes over Sierra del Rosario and the? Okay, hold on.
You decide.
Fair.
You tell them.
We'll say that they found the other missile regiment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
All right.
Well, it's Czarina Lake and Marshall.
So, news bulletins are coming in. Just from what you heard from the U.S. at least is that Kennedy is going to Connecticut, which is
Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut. I don't know why.
Connecticut, never heard of her.
Yeah. There you do have reports from the missile boat squadron, at least, that they have reached Santiago de Cuba. Nothing from the from the submarines. Those are reporting directly to Naval Command, and nothing from the convoy, because, well, obviously they are on radio silence. There are reports of planes flying over. At first, they thought they were attack helicopters and ready guns, but it was soon quickly pointed out that they are not attack planes. Those are U-2s, spy planes, and they are flying pretty much through the length of, at least the width of Cuba.
I don't like that. All right.
So I'll give you a moment to reflect and wait for what you got to say.
Will we be getting communications from our commanders or no?
If you want to get a briefing from them, I can bring you down to them in a minute.
All right. Let me talk to Alexi for a second, then I'll.
All right.
Do that if that's allowed.
Yeah, I'll give you like 30 seconds to chat, and then I'll
All right.
pop you over.
I believe.
Oh.
Sorry, I believe this is your turn that you can start communications with the Americans. Kentucky, that's weird. Whatever. Kennedy's a weird
Connecticut.
guy. Connecticut. What's the difference? He's a weird guy. He has weird states. However, the U-2 spy plane situation that can't be tolerated. I'm going to give you this turn and this turn alone to resolve the U-2 spy plane situation over Cuba. If not, Cuban airspace is sovereign airspace. Cuba is a recognized state by the UN as well as America, and for them to do these flyovers is simply disregarding the sovereign territory of a nation. As such, I think it is very fair of you to ask them to kindly leave.
All right. Yep. So that's time. All right. I'll top you over to the military sites and all.
Some of those countries. So the other two infantry battle groups of the 29th Infantry Division are still in the process of redeploying. So expect them to be arriving within the next half day.
Opinion. This would be a good time to declare a naval quarantine. It appears that Soviet ships have contracted the COVID-19 and are in need of quarantine.
Of course. The quarantine to speak of, the only thing we've seen so far are submarines, which we can't go public with. There being used Soviet submarines just patrolling outside Cuba, and we can't do anything about it. And a Soviet missile boat squadron. There's nothing here qualifying for a quarantine in that sense.
What have you considered? That Russia must be destroyed?
Of course it must be destroyed, but I want you to tell me how I can stop submarines from getting to Cuba with 2 carry groups.
Drop training depth charges on them before...
Soviet Union Delinda Est. Oh, I love it. These guys are having fun with the game, which is the point. And I'm just waiting for the umpires to return, and then I think it's go time, which you'll see in a minute. Checking in, guys. I think it's almost time, maybe about 10 more minutes. We have one more meeting with the umpires, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I've drawn everything on the map. So I will, Sam, I'll post you guys a screenshot just to, in that group chat, just to make sure that this is correct. And if it's not, we can correct it. But you see that? It's in the chat.
I think that's not quite correct.
Okay, maybe send me a new screenshot then, and I'll redraw it. Just put it in here, and I'll redraw it, and we'll make sure.
By the way, Marshall, I don't have TTS. Can you send me like a map? Just a picture.
This is probably the best I can do because I can't extract these things.
And then just a larger screenshot of the larger map.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll survive without it as well, but...
And you can also use just about any map, really.
Okay, I'll just use
Yeah.
Google Map then.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to. You're not gonna have to give precise locations like in a typical Kriegsspiel. I'll post this here as a screenshot, and it should suffice. Okay, good luck, guys. We'll be back momentarily.
Thank you.
All right. All right. How's it going, Dave?
Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's going okay. You know, I think we're going to fly through the turns in no time.
Yeah, good. Good. All right, I have to draw. Oh, it's like this. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that means yellow is going to go. Yellow's going to go right here. Green will go here around Tampa Bay. And then orange will go up here. All right, got it. Okay. All right, those are going to be the drop zones, so.
Some kind of Soviet super weapon.
Right?
Is that where they're gonna say? Oh, all right.
Yep. Those are the drop zones. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. Well, let's see. We're still missing G puzzle, right? Or, yeah.
Yes, we're missing the U.S. players. I do have a question about the ambassador, Sadetsky.
Go ahead.
He does want to get into verbal communications at some point. It's just when is the question, is what he's asking.
They can begin diplomatic communications now.
Yeah. He does have a text to send, and I will probably send that.
Yeah, just
or I guess
you can drop it like in blue one text, or you can even just drop it in blue one text.
All right.
And just tell them you have a telegram or teletype or whatever they would have called it.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, basically when my first thing to do when we give out reports.
Yep. Hello, Achilles. Good to see you. Who decided to let the trash can man play with the big fire? Oh, it's been years since I read that book. I read that book like 10 times, I think. One of my favorites. The Stand by Stephen King.
So, I've gotten the orders.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Actually, no, hold on. I'm gonna double check because actually, I feel like I might have forgotten something. I'm gonna go back and double check.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and execute orders now as soon as you guys come back and have them. So don't hesitate. Just whatever you can move, go ahead and move, unless you think there's going to be an interaction. You can also just draw orders on the map, and then we can see if there's going to be an interaction if you have arrows drawn. So just go ahead and proceed as you see fit.
All right, after the brief double check, Phantom Squadron is going to be configured to be a photo squadron. They already checked that with Curtis LeMay. He let them. That's going to take some time. I'm going to assume it should be... hold on. Where's my bag of dice so I can roll this and give, like, a general... whatever.
Probably want to do it on the Umpire channel.
Yeah.
You can pull it in from components or something.
Where? Hold on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Doesn't matter
exactly.
that much. Yeah.
At this point, I'm just doing it to like help me decide what the fuck is gonna happen.
Yeah.
The T2 planes are to take photos from Camagüey to Nicaragua and also at the ports. The Fenris Quantum should be online next turn, just fine. So.
Okay, anything needs to be moved. Go ahead and move it.
I don't believe so, because I was getting the orders from the. I was not getting the military orders. I'm getting the political orders. Jeff K is going to be moving to Ohio, and he's going to have a call with McNamara next turn.
Question: what do we report when our friends come down?
Well, at first the reports are going to be like, I would just say there's a blackout in Florida. Like, okay. Florida's gone offline. So we'll decide that in a moment. The big question now is, are we ready to go ahead?
I think so. I think so.
Dave, what do you think? Lake?
I believe so.
All right.
Puzzle, what do you think? What do you guys think? Do we have a consensus?
I think that should be fine.
All right.
I'm starting to have too much fun doing the Cuban Missile Crisis scenario.
All right.
Add in, yeah.
Let's throw the wild card.
All right, let's drop some tripods. Here we
right.
go, my friends. Welcome to War of the Worlds in the middle of the Cuban Missile Crisis. The aliens who've been eyeballing Earth do not want the humans to nuke the Earth because, well, they want the planet for themselves. So, the plan is to stop the humans from nuking the Earth, and this is the advanced guard of the alien invasion, but they must Martian form, or terraform if you will, a landing zone, which they've chosen Florida for that place, for the main invasion force to land. So this is just the advanced guard. They have to harvest humans, they have to Martian form as we call it, and they of course have to defend themselves from any attacks. So here we go. Let's take a quick look at the precise landing locations. Let's see here. Okay, so we have here's the locations. I don't think I can. We've got, I'll position them. We have, let's see, red is, let's see, the red one is here, the brown one is here, and I don't know which one does which. I told them that one harvests humans, one Martian forms, one fights really well.
One tells only truths, the other one tells
the other only lies.
Right?
The one
right?
Lies and tells truths sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, what do you do?
These the black ones, they're harvesters, and the silvery ones are fighters.
Okay, we just need to make sure that they know.
Are you sure you want to commit them all at the same time?
Yeah, they're this is where they want to drop. They want to drop just like this. They're going big time at Miami, it looks like.
Okay.
I think it's assumed Martians have thousands of these, and sending 12 down at once, isn't really using them all.
Okay.
This is if you think of this as like, oh yeah, this is the one that sent. This is the advanced guard. They literally just sent a squad.
Yeah, this is easy company of tripods.
Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to create green 1, 2, and 3. I would say they're far enough apart that they cannot communicate. So just pull them down into green 1, 2, and 3 voice. Let's see here. Just grab them. Don't even tell them. Just grab them. I'll put Sam down in 1. If my thing works. That's right. I thought it was hilarious when someone said, "Well, it's a good thing Sam isn't playing."
oh, they had no idea.
They are going in this so blind.
Just for the stream, players like, "Oh, I can't wait to play like in the Fallout Kriegsspiel," and we're like, "Oh, buddy, no, it's not going to be Fallout. This is XCOM."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The best way that I can describe this is that everyone is assuming that this is still the Cuban Missile Crisis, because now you're dealing with like the existential horror of nuclear annihilation or whatever. what they're not expecting is the sudden and rapid approach of aliens.
Yeah.
Also, what will be reported in the news?
Okay, so we're just going to tell them that Southern Florida has blacked out. That there's
Florida, apparently. Holy shit.
Yeah, that Florida is just completely blacked out and there's no communications. So I'm gonna.
I do want one of the Russian or even one of the Cuban units to maybe pick up on the radio something in a turn or two with regards to that as well.
Oh, right away.
They
yeah.
pick up like NBC News on the radio or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. They can hear some kind of chatter. So let's go ahead. I want to kind of capture this moment, so I'm gonna go tell Sam that I'm gonna update the aliens, and then when I come back, we'll update the Americans, and then we'll update the Russians. I know it's gonna make for a longer turn, but this way
it makes sense.
And I have to tell Sam that he is actually. I need to get the correct screenshot for him. I need to tell Sam that he cannot communicate with the other aliens, so that their long range communications aren't working. So I'm going to go to Sam, then I'll go to Great, then I'll go to Base Spec and let them know one at a time.
And then you'll come back here.
Yeah, then I'll come back there. Yeah, and then we'll tell the Americans, and then we'll tell the Russians.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sam, can you hear me, Sam?
I can hear you.
Okay, you have landed in Florida. Are you the orange, the green, or the yellow?
I'm the green one.
Okay, let me get your screenshot. Okay, you have landed in Florida, and you have begun your. Let me go ahead. I'll just send this to you as a private message. You have begun your rampage. You have landed. There is a problem, however. For some reason, your long-range communications are not working on Earth. You're not able to communicate with the other two landing groups. That being said, what do you want to do for the first turn? You've landed, you've started nuking humans, blowing things up. What do you want to do?
I think I will harvest humans.
Okay.
Do I know if there are any military bases in the area?
You don't observe anything of that sort around you.
Okay, then I will just harvest humans for now.
Okay, alright, it begins. Good job. Alright. This turn's going to be a little long, but we'll come back, so just hang tight.
But can I do multiple things or only one?
You can do only one thing at a time. But you're not completely defenseless. It's not like you're harvesting humans and you're completely defenseless. In fact, your weapons are so capable the humans really can't do anything to stop you.
That's fine.
Okay, and you have
I
shields.
guess it's time
Yeah.
to wreak havoc.
You got it. All right, hang in there. Okay, Great Gold. What color are you? Orange or yellow?
I am Strike Force 1. That would be orange.
Orange. Okay, you have landed in Florida. Here is your screenshot. I will send it to you by private message. And you have just begun tearing through everything. Now, there's a problem. Your long-range communications are not working. Don't know why. They're just not working. You're not able to communicate with the other strike forces right now. What do you want to do? You can harvest, you can marshal. Well, you need to harvest before you can marshal for them. You can just start stomping and killing. What do you want to do for your first turn?
Well, we want to close off the peninsula to any reinforcements from the north, and in the meanwhile gather as much juice as possible.
Okay, so you want to harvest humans.
Harvest humans and move my attack towards the north, towards the neck of the peninsula, to the mainland US.
Okay, got it. All right, perfect. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Bespec, I take it you're the yellow player, Strike Force, well, whatever yellow is. You're in southern Florida. I'm going to private message your screenshot to you.
Yep.
And what did you want to do for your first turn? And by the way, there is a problem. Your long-range communications are not working. You are not able to communicate with the other strike forces at this time. I see you've landed. You've come down pretty hard in Miami. Good job. What do you want to do for your first turn? You can harvest.
Harvest humans.
All right.
Every pod.
All right. There we go. We're all gonna harvest humans. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Delicious humans.
Yep. Yum yum. All right. Let's come back to the umpires. All right. I have updated the tripods. They have landed. They are all harvesting humans. The strike force that's in the north, the orange one.
Marshall,
Go ahead.
You're in the wrong channel.
No, he's in.
He's in the umpire channel.
He's in the
umpire channel, but yeah.
Marshall, you need to set green. Do you want to set green to be what's the word?
Private? No, that's okay. No, it's okay for now. Did I make a mistake, or did Lake make a mistake?
No. I thought you had not informed one of the players, and you had come to this channel thinking that it was a green channel.
No, we're good. Oh man,
okay, sorry, my apologies.
I got my Halloween scare for the day.
I am sorry. That is on me. I thought you.
No, all's well that ends well. Okay. Excuse me.
I'm having paranormal activities happen to me all over the weekend. I don't think I'm gonna get any more scares.
Let's go ahead and tell the Americans that Florida is basically off the grid. Okay.
Yep.
I want to listen to this.
Yeah. We'll do that, and then we'll do the Soviets, and then we'll come back up and do a normal turn.
And Kennedy's not going to know.
Yep.
No. Kennedy window. Someone would reach out to him and say, "Mr. President, Florida's offline."
Yeah, Mr. President, you want to get on the phone?
Say there just happened to be an explosion, maybe in the presence of a ballistic missile submarine, and then we blame it on the Scud launcher.
We are going to go ahead and do the next update. There's been an emergency, and we need the president back immediately.
Robert, get his ass back here.
Okay, there is a situation, Mr. President. Sorry to take you back from the campaign trail. It seems about 25 minutes ago, we completely lost contact from Florida. Everywhere south of about Jacksonville, you guys are getting no response from them. You can hear nothing coming over the radio, nothing coming over anytime you try to reach them. Southern Command is totally unresponsive. There's reports of smoke and fire, but other than that, you aren't getting anything from Florida currently.
Well, at least it was Florida. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
we
can live with that. Gentlemen, calm down.
You have lost.
Gentlemen,
things have improved.
Gentlemen, calm down.
Actually, be on the highest alert possible.
Okay,
Just
wait. Let me talk.
Airborne.
I just
Should you give
Let's let the president.
Let the fucking president talk. Jesus.
Thank you. All right. What exactly can we see in the distance near Florida? Fire or what else? Can we? Have we even gotten contact with any civilians from Florida?
Again, this just happened. Reports are practically non-existent. The only thing you know right now is that you've lost contact with Florida.
Fucking hell.
I guess that they lost the power grid.
Ian, Rusk, I want you to get on the phone with the Soviets immediately. I want to figure out what the hell's happening. What the hell are they doing? These fucking fools are gonna ignite the entire United States, but I'll ignite the Kremlin the next day, so no problem.
I would like if
Get,
able to send
sorry,
RF4s to collect samples for radioactivity and take
Lemmy, I
photos
want
of
you to
them.
go figure out what's happening in Florida immediately. Send reconnaissance planes, whatever, whatever you can. All right, Russ, me and you, we have to talk to the Soviet foreign minister immediately.
Okay.
Marshall, how are we supposed to come in contact with them? Just gonna ask this here.
Oh, we can put you both in a room and you can have a conversation. In
I'm
fact,
calling him right now into DC.
Yeah, we can do that right now. Who's the Soviet foreign minister?
That's actually a very good. Finally, we actually get to do this. I'll pull him in. It's Alexei Sadetsky. I can pull him in.
Pull him
No,
into.
pull him into Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth. All right, let's go.
Fucking healthy Soviets. Hard commies kept to goddamn blow up Florida.
Well, at least it's just Florida. I mean, it's not like you lost anything.
Yeah, that point, but
Could
still.
be worse.
Ugh. Russ. Okay, what the hell has it happened, Sadisky? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I want an answer from you. Without being this confrontational, I don't think I can get anything from you. What the hell's happening in Florida?
What the hell's happening in Florida?
Yes, you'd be kind to, answer
I'm the one who
this
should be
question.
asking you the same thing. I have
You
not
should
been.
be
Apart from U.S. actions, specifically a U.S. fleet making offensive motions toward Cuba, I've not heard about anything specifically from Cuba, from Florida.
I see.
And
What about your or Russ, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I would like to know who's the one doing offensive things here. We already spot major airplane redeployment to Cuba, and I don't know what are you trying to reach with that?
Again, this is all coming after large-scale reconnaissance and the deployment of an entire U.S. carrier group into the waters near Cuba. Given U.S. recent actions, we take a bit of concern of that.
You take a bit of concern while making us lose contact with the entirety of Florida. I mean, so far according to some reports, we apparently some of our soldiers can see fire coming from them. You care to explain that?
Again, I haven't heard anything about what has happened in Florida.
I would like to meet you again.
If something has happened in Florida, it is not from the direct or I've been in personal contact with Premier Khrushchev, and
yeah, I see.
anything that has happened was not from his orders.
Yes, I see.
All right, let's check in on the Russians.
Is the 5th Marine pulling out of Guantanamo?
Nope, it's there too.
Are they? Does it seem they are preparing for departing Guantanamo?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just ask the 177 Motor Rifle Regiment to prepare to depart to Holguin.
Holguin,
All right, so there you have it. So the Americans are asking the Soviets, what is going on? What have you done to Florida? The Soviets, of course, have no clue, and they are still playing checkers with the Americans. But the aliens have landed, and they are playing chess, my friends. All right, let's check in here. All right. All right, there we go. So, we'll be checking in with the aliens momentarily. And let's see here. Achilles says, so the premise of the Halloween game was to see how terrifying it would be to let Sam Miller have nuclear weapons and an alien invasion. Takes a twisted imagination to create something like this. I wonder whose twisted imagination that was.
At this point, you're just enabling him.
All right.
Okay, well, the Americans have had a very measured response so far. I was expecting them to slam the nuclear button, so I'm very happy that didn't happen.
All right. Good. Yeah, the next report we'll give them, we'll tell them, you know, they see these tripods, they see these tall things walking on 3 legs, and they're just blowing everything up.
So that the next turn, the jig is up?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll let the Russians see what happened. You know, we'll let the Russians figure it out too, because there's really no way that the Russians would know what's going on unless the Americans tell them. They don't have eyes on Florida.
I feel like the KGB might, give them something.
Yeah,
Maybe not. There's aliens, but
yeah, maybe in a turn or two that there appears to have been an attack. Like next turn, you could tell them. KGB reports that there's been some kind of an attack in Florida. We don't know the nature of it. We're working to, our agents are trying to figure out details. So, there we go.
Yeah.
If you guys agree, if you think that's a reasonable way to kind of clue them in. All right.
I almost want the KGB to say the Americans seem to have a secret weapon, tanks with 3 feet.
Right?
But
yeah.
That might be a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you guys decide that.
Okay. We need to. I'll continue to take care of the aliens. So, I guess have they given orders? Are there any orders for this turn?
I've done all the Soviet military stuff. They're sitting tight for the moment, but they haven't learned what's going on in Florida yet.
The Americans have put the Strategic Air Command on full alert, high alert.
Good.
So, but no mention of going to DEFCON.
They did want to get U-2s over Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, they can have.
I'm gonna go see if they have any orders, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Right back.
All right.
One interesting that's happening is the 29th Division is deploying to Guantanamo Bay, and they're about to run into the Soviet missile boat squadron.
Oh, Lord.
I take it.
Yeah, they probably will do.
Yeah. So we can say maybe there's an exchange of fire, some F4s from the.
I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, they were just told to patrol. I mean, I don't know if they would necessarily engage.
Well, I would
engage. Okay.
I would go to the players that are responsible and say, what are the rules of engagement? Do you have,
That's a
is
fair
there,
point.
what are the rules of engagement for each? And then blend those two together. And then what happens if both of them have don't fire, let's fire upon, but they come in close proximity?
Okay, I'll go do that now.
Yeah. All right. I would do that for the Americans as well.
The Americans they'll defend themselves. They already have standing orders.
Yeah, but will they fire to get through? Will they shoot to get through?
Oh, and that. Okay, yeah. Let me check.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Even the umpires have to kind of sort their way through this. It's a surprise.
Only fire if fired upon.
Okay. Yep, that's what I figured it would be. All right. So I don't know how much harvesting and Martian forming we want them to do to declare victory for the Martians, but they've got their first round of humans harvested, so we need to make a mark somewhere. I'll make a mark up here. I think you can draw in here, right? That'll do. Just a little tally. All right, let's go back to the map. All right, we just need our umpires to come back. This is really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's getting interesting.
Yeah.
I'm keen not to have the Soviets become the third wheel, though. So
yeah,
we'll have to see what we can do to get them more involved, because yeah, their military commanders are quite content just to shadow and be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll say the 118th picks up radio communications coming from American TV or something saying that
yeah,
downtown Miami is on fire.
yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe they'd even see the smoke. I mean, it's only like 100, 120 miles.
But the thing is, if there's a storm, I mean, they wouldn't necessarily see it through the storm, would they?
The storm can clear.
Oh,
Because
really?
the aliens were using the storm as cover for their invasion.
Yeah.
Or the storm could blow over in 8 hours, whatever. So in fact, I think we'll probably remove the storm. All right, I'm getting so congested. I need a 2-minute break. I'll be right back.
So I have some forces updates for the Americans. They want U-2s over Cuba and Photo Phantom Squadron over Florida, because that's faster and it can collect radioactive samples. They want to see if it's a nuke. Essentially.
Sure. What about the 2nd and 3rd Infantry? Their rules of engagement, because the Soviet missile boat squadron has been told not to fire unless fired upon. So
I believe they're on high alert, so if they're not, and it's currently DEFCON 3 for them because they just changed.
Right.
I don't believe they'll be engaging.
Okay.
They'll be spotting them, but they won't be engaging.
Presumably, if they're going to DEFCON 3, they probably have to telephone the Soviets to tell them that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you told the American military commanders that they've got attack submarines shadowing that carrier group and the skipjack, right?
Oh. I didn't. We didn't tell them that.
So I'm going to assume
been there
that
for 2 turns.
I'm going to assume that they have not been detected.
well, they're detected now. They've been, shadowing them for the last 2 turns.
Yeah. All right. So,
Lake, what was the update on going into Guantanamo? Whether or not the missile boat squadron's going to fire?
The missile boat squadron's not going to fire. What I heard from them is that they're going to not blockade. They're going to blockade them next turn if they get no reports from Khrushchev.
Okay. Well, they will have already arrived by then.
Yeah. So they're not going. Yeah, they're going to be getting there.
all right. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
What we need to do, I'll go collect the alien turns. The aliens are just going to be nuking and harvesting and Martian forming in Florida. So right now, we'll see. We'll take a couple turns to see if they stage some kind of a military reaction and start moving forces in.
Do I get radioactive reports?
No. No.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a nuke. It's their ray guns or whatever, but they're not radioactive.
Right.
Remember, the Martians don't like radioactivity.
It's the Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. Yep. So okay.
Ronald Reagan.
All right. So go ahead and give reports. And the Russians will get their first clue that something really weird's going on. And we'll see how they react. Okay. Good luck.
And just to be clear,
I'll say,
this is the turn we're telling them it's alien.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I would.
We're telling them it's tripods. We're not telling them it's aliens.
Well, okay, but
yeah, it's tripods, not aliens. I mean, if you want to say aliens, but we don't know for sure.
Yes. Unidentified walking object.
There we go.
All right. Good luck.
Fantastic.
Third, bringing the third carrier group closer to Cuba.
We might
and
as well do
potentially
that.
shadowing it with a destroyer.
Quite
Into
down
rush.
there. Yeah. All right, let me get down.
All right, off we go.
All right, so a lot has happened in the last 8 hours. Scientists, military observers, and other individuals trying to figure out what is happening in Florida have put together this briefing for the White House. Scientists have not detected radiation, but they are detecting elements down there that they've never seen before. It is absolutely baffling to them what is going on in Florida. But the next set of information is even more bizarre. And that is a set of pictures placed in front of the president showing giant machines with 3 legs stomping around the cities of Florida.
What?
What?
Oh my
God.
Everyone, calm down, let
It
me
was
speak.
a Halloween event.
Okay, wait,
Totally stop.
let me speak.
There are the radioactive samples report that's also handed says that there was no radiation detected.
Okay, can I just speak here? Tunis Grad, have any civilians from Florida been found?
Yeah, there are hundreds of thousands of people streaming out of southern Florida. But what seems to be even more bizarre is that reports are coming in that tens of thousands more have been seemingly vaporized.
What do you mean?
Everyone, just calm down,
By these very large, 3-legged vehicles, machines. It's
object, essentially.
Yeah, it
Okay,
defies
I want,
explanation what you're seeing from these pictures.
Okay, McNamara,
I can't believe
you
the
need
Soviets
to
have
secure.
nuclear robots.
I have no idea. I have no idea where that piece is.
Oh.
Okay. What piece are you looking for, Dave?
144th.
Motorized?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
I don't think there is a piece of the 144th.
Well, it's a group of 3 regiments.
It's a group of 3, and they are not inland.
There we
They
go.
are-
Yeah, I see him now. Yeah, because for some reason the text was
Marshall.
half obscured. But I gotcha. Where do you want them to land?
I want them to land. Well, what are the ports they can land in Cuba?
Marshall, Ambassador wants to chat with in the White House.
Yeah, that's okay.
Can we set that up?
Yep, go ahead.
All right.
Blue 2.
They could probably.
Blue 2. Just pull them.
They'd probably land in Santiago. Maybe even.
It's just a normal day in Florida. Don't panic.
The Soviet
Guys.
the Soviet ambassador is on the line. Who's the American ambassador?
I want to speak with him as well.
It's a fucking alien
Alright.
invasion.
All right. Who's the American ambassador?
Rusk and is the
Mr. President.
Mr. Ambassador, can you explain what the fuck is in Florida?
I cannot. We have consulted with the top military personnel of the USSR.
I'd like for you to explain these, Marshall, but you're gonna be basically showing him the picture of these fucking 3-legged monsters in Florida. I'd like you to explain this to me, please.
I have no explanation, Mr. President.
Yes, you have no explanation, yet you're hiding in Washington, D.C. like a fucking coward while tens of thousands of civilians are being vaporized in Florida.
Mr. President, I am the ambassador to the United States. It's my job to keep the peace between our two nations.
You are
I
failing
am.
miserably.
Yes, I feel that may be uncharitable of you, Mr. President. As I said, I have consulted with the top military men of the USSR. We have no idea what is happening in Florida, or whatever is
Yes,
happening in
okay.
Florida.
We
This
would
is
like a phone. We would like a line with the premier himself, if you can grant us that. But we do
I
need to
mean,
speak to him.
Next turn. Next turn he can have it.
yes.
All
I
right, I
think
want
I think
to.
this. I think we can get. I think we can. If
All right, Sam, how's it going?
It's going good.
Okay, so you have harvested a full load of humans. You're doing great. What do you wish to do next? There's no opposition to your landing whatsoever. This is going beautifully.
I have one question.
Yes.
Can I like send one tripod north and one south to establish communications, or is it not possible?
Uh, if you, your experts, your engineers believe that if the tripods are close to each other, they can communicate. But right now, you're too far to communicate. You have to probably be within one grid square of distance. So maybe, whatever that is, 50 miles to communicate. Maybe it's 60 miles,
Um, but I mean, if I would send like one tripod north and one south, and they are close enough, can they communicate with me and the other tripod that are north?
Yeah,
Like so that we all are in one channel.
I guess maybe you could relay a communication. Yeah, but your problem is it's hard to communicate, even to relay communications. So, um, if you want, yes. So do you want to try that and see what happens?
Mm, uh, I think not. I will just trust my commanders.
Okay. So what do you want to do for your next turn?
Can I already terraform?
Yes, you sure can.
But would I be vulnerable to attacks?
You theoretically you could be, but right now the humans have nothing. They have nothing in the area to even attack you, and they have nothing that is capable of doing anything to you. So we're gonna go ahead and Martian form, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll begin doing
How
that.
long would that be taking?
A turn.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see. Uh, things are going very well. You've harvested a lot of humans. What do you want to do for your next turn?
Can I get a screenshot?
Well, it's the same as your last one.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned that the tripods have different function, or some of them are better at some things.
Yeah, but right now everything's just kind of working.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Well, I assume we have. What I want is to push northward.
Okay.
Towards Jacksonville and Tallahassee.
Okay.
And establish a line there. I want to harvest humans on the way, and I want to put my tripod that is better at harvesting into Jacksonville with another tripod. I want the command tripod to be in the center of the line, and I want the fighting tripod to be in Tallahassee, if this is possible.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you know what? I colored in the wrong things.
And of course, I want to harvest humans all the way along the way.
Sure. Okay. All right. I don't know which of these tripods is which, but we'll move them forward, and then I'll work it out with the umpire what color is which. All right. So
By the
let's
way,
go ahead.
The humans that we collect and the juice from them, is that stored collectively or is that just mine?
That's just yours.
I see.
Yeah, so you have to stop in Martian form for a turn to, make the difference.
So
You have to stop and do
currently,
that. So right now you have a full load of humans.
yes, and I can use that to Martian form.
Yes. So right now you're moving, but you need to stop to Martian form. Okay?
I see. But I can save up multiple turns of humans, right?
No. Once you have a full load, you're full. So you're full.
Can I give it on to the others?
If they were next to you, yeah, probably. Yeah. Yes. The answer is
Well,
yes.
then, okay, then we won't push north. We will stay here. Well, I don't know. We cannot give it here, can we?
Well, you can Martian form where you're at for a turn.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll Martian form right here, right now.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, perfect.
My orders from them.
Okay, and then I will send you a new screenshot.
Yeah, just Martian form for this turn in place.
All right, you got it.
Do the rest of the things next turn.
Perfect. Okay, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. You have ravaged downtown Miami. There's no sign of any opposition to the work that you are doing. What do you wish to do? You have a full load of humans. You've harvested your maximum load of humans.
Okay, we can start. Well, excuse me. We can start Martian forming now.
All right. We will Martian form. That's beautiful. Looks great. This is going to be such a nice place to live. You're going to love Earth. All right, I'm going to send you your screenshot. No, that's not you.
You mentioned that the pods have different specialties.
Yeah, but right now I don't know that matters right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're just figuring they can all kind of do, whatever. All right, hang in there. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Will do. All right, that took a while, but all of the Martians are Martian forming as they should. Be a little faster next time.
Yeah. So if there's any questions about what's being reported in the news, U.S. news.
I basically said that the 118th picked up some signals that downtown Miami's on fire.
Yeah, they're not really saying that this is aliens. They're not saying this is tripods. They're just saying it's on fire.
Yeah, and besides, it's a Soviet private that's probably watching the news. So I mean, his English is probably not that great. So I mean, even if they were, maybe he wouldn't pick it up. I don't know.
Yes, Sadesky's asking. That's why.
Right.
And he's in Washington. So yeah, all right.
Can you imagine being a Soviet private getting hauled in front of Khrushchev? What did you see on TV, son?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
But I mean, I told the Soviet military that they were like, okay, they're like, I mean, you guys haven't fired, so what do you think it is? And they seem more concerned at the moment about 4 infantry brigades at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, in a turn or two, they're going to know everything, but Yeah, I want to see how far they get on their own before we start helping things along.
I'm gonna say next turn that the 118th says that the news says it's a Soviet super weapon or something like that.
Yeah, that's
One
great.
of the Americans commented loudly that it is aliens, but he was shouted down more or less.
That's great. All right, who are we waiting on? We're waiting on the Americans. Waiting on the Americans.
Khrushchev's on his way to Washington.
Oh, well, good luck. You know what? They should just do a phone call. I'm telling you. But all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he's on route to Washington by plane. So
yeah. Okay. And that fleet with the EMP weapons is further and further away, headed towards Cuba.
From what I'm hearing, they are not going to they see this as an opportunity to get to Cuba, not to cooperate with. They're trying to cooperate with them, but they're also trying to get a leg up on the Americans. So
that's what we would expect.
They are not doing it.
That's great. All right, I'm gonna.
Also, have rumors that
Go ahead.
They also suspect that it might be China.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna prod the Americans a little bit to get going, so we don't delay here too long. All right.
Is currently
okay.
Yeah. All right, time to wrap it up, guys. Let's go.
Yep. I already got the orders. We just wrapped up, actually.
Okay, head up there and execute.
82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions can also get there within 8 hours. The rest will take some time.
That is fine. We need to do something.
And just specify, you're not moving the 29th or the Marines, correct?
Let's wrap it up time, guys.
The 29th.
All right.
They won't be on the phone for next turn. Or so probably not on the phone. Won't be on phone. Will be in person because he's heading over there. But he won't be able to communicate while he's en route.
Okay.
So it probably won't be next turn, but the turn after.
Okay.
Oh, now they're leaving.
You can have Sadetsky all they want, but yeah. Yeah, you can talk to Sadetsky all he wants, and they can give the report there. So.
You know, I'm almost thinking if I'm the Soviets, I ignore what's happening in Florida and just get those missiles in the ground.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Also, public statements being made by the Soviet ambassador that they are condemning what's happening in Florida, and they are standing in solidarity with the U.S.
I see.
Huh. Well, but they don't know what they're condemning.
It is a public statement from the embassy in Washington.
All right.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's just.
All right, yeah, go ahead and execute any moves, and then when you're done, let's go ahead with the next turn. Are we agreed on what we're telling who and what?
McCone wants strong recon over Florida.
Okay.
And RFK wants you to use over the cities.
Okay. All right.
So,
you can even show give him a screenshot of one of the tripods up close.
I see.
If you want, do we have any objection to that?
No.
They've already got like a long-range picture of them.
Yeah,
so
it's silly to use. A brave journalist would get a picture in and get out.
Presumably, those would actually be the Phantoms.
Oh, yeah. Phantoms. Okay, that's fair.
Gotta find a black and white photo though.
Yeah. Go like Bob Hope flying a plane over, just getting the picture.
Yep.
Just go edit one real quick to make it black and white. Okay. What are we doing for the Russians? What are we telling the Russians? Anything more?
Not really. I mean, I'll say that the 118th Motorized informs that the TV is saying it's a Soviet super weapon that is destroying Miami, and they'll also pick up activity going on in St. Petersburg because they recognize the name, and that's about it. See what they make of that, and then obviously still shadowing these American subs.
A question about transportation from Moscow to Washington for Khrushchev. Will he be arriving this turn or next turn?
Next turn.
Next turn. Okay.
Question for the Soviet Missile Boat Squadron. 2 battle groups of the 29th, so roughly half of what's in Guantanamo right now, are leaving.
Okay.
Are the missile boats blockading them in?
No, they're just patrolling, and they have been told not to fire unless fired upon. So
Hold on. We got some communications going on. Hold on.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
Looks like they're... Oh, Khrushchev and Kennedy are already talking to each other.
The
Oh,
Apologies then. Yeah, I just kind of got pulled in here. I didn't realize.
Yeah, no. This is not this turn. This is going to be next turn.
Next turn.
Ignore anything that's been communicated right now.
It's mostly been small talk and pleasantries, to be fair.
All right.
So I
Small
think
talk
we're
and
good.
pleasantry. Okay, so we caught it before anything big.
You know what?
nothing
Hey, put them in red 4 and 5. They're segregated from their teams for this turn.
All right. Okay. Fair.
Okay. Yep. They're traveling to wherever. Yep. Segregate them. Yep. That's okay.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. You can bring back Kennedy into red 5.
It's
yeah.
funny.
Sorry. I just caught it, so I wanted to be certain.
Yeah,
that,
it was. We basically just said hi and oh, this sucks, and then and then you guys came in.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Let's pull in.
Apologies.
Yeah. No. It's all right. It's all right. Just some miscommunications on our end.
Yeah, it's all fun. Don't worry.
Yep. Don't worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Liar.
All right. Let's see here. Add. Overview. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to edit these channels so I can give these guys screenshots. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, Sam, I've created a channel for you, green 1, and you should have a screenshot. Can you see it?
Wait, hold up. Yes, I can see it.
Outstanding, excellent. Okay, what do you want to do?
I think we are going to harvest more humans in the areas that are still not harvested.
Okay, so you want to move this turn. Where do you want to move?
Yes.
Where do you want to move? Which way? You can move like there's a city to your Sarasota. You can move to Sarasota. Why don't we do that? You just basically want to move around and keep harvesting, right?
Yeah, like Sarasota and to the east.
Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, we'll move you around and I have you now in these new positions. Here's your next screenshot to show the new positions. There you go. Should load in a second. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, and then you're going to harvest humans on the next turn, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay, hang in there. Man, you're tearing it up. Look at all those flames. You probably can't see, but we got little smoke and flame markers.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, the humans are running in terror. There's nothing they can do. They're running so many different directions. They're like running into you even.
But one question, did we pick up any military activity?
No, that's what's crazy. There are airplanes that are flying around, like overhead. But
can we shoot them down?
Yes, yeah, I mean, anything
I
that gets
would like
close
to shoot them down.
Okay, done. Done. Very good. Yeah, humans are no match for you. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right, Great Gold. You should see in green 2, I posted a screenshot.
I already found it.
Perfect.
I already found the channel.
Okay, you keep moving up, or what?
Yeah, we will do something near as previously described. We will move north to the Jacksonville-Tallahassee line, gathering humans along the way.
Okay.
With the gathering tripod and my tripod going to Jacksonville, the combat effective tripod going to Tallahassee, and the remaining tripod, which is good at whatever else, will go in the middle between Tallahassee and Jacksonville.
Okay. All right.
By the way, have communications been restored, or do we know why they are interdicted yet?
No. No. No improvement. Okay, I posted a new screenshot. Now we might switch these tiles around when I find out which one does which, but right now it's not that important, so we don't know.
I see.
But we'll make it how you want it if we have to switch them around.
Okay.
No big deal. All right, you got it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, I've created a channel for you and put a screenshot. It's in green 3. Do you see it?
I don't.
Okay, what do you want to do? You've worked
More humans.
More humans. Which way do you want to move? You got to move now.
Yep. I want to move purple north.
Okay.
Orange north. Dark blue south. And then white west.
Perfect.
Time to go rural.
Okay, you got it. Good job. All right, I'll. Here's your next screenshot. Let's see here. Oop. What is it? Is it? There we go. And here's a new screenshot for you. And good luck.
Thank you.
All
So?
right, I'm back. Sorry I
Anyways.
took so long, guys. What's the scoop?
Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right.
Aliens are
I thought we
moving.
were just waiting for you, and then we were going to go give reports.
Oh, you haven't done reports to the Russians yet? Oh, yeah, absolutely go.
I think we did, but a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, wherever we're at, as long as we're on the same page. I just did the next alien turn. They're just moving right now.
Okay.
I told them that there's airplanes. Sam wants to shoot the airplanes down, so we'll report to the Americans that some of the airplanes have not come home.
Okay.
Some of the reconnaissance flights have gone missing. They got shot down, you know.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll just roll on.
Okay.
Yeah, so Khrushchev is in Washington now. We can have that talk.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. Shift them down to like a blue 2. And I'll shift Nikita and Sildesky over.
Well, here I am.
All right, now you can talk.
We're free.
Hey, Mr. President. What's up?
Okay.
What's on the flippity flop?
One second. What time is it right now? I haven't been keeping track with the turns. Is it morning?
Yeah, sure.
It's a time of day.
Yeah.
Okay. Gentlemen, we continue receiving shocking information from Florida. I have now been convinced that you are not involved, which shouldn't be a surprise at this point, and that this evening I will have to inform the nation of this terrible tragedy that has struck upon Florida and the United States. Although I will try my best not to cause a full fucking panic, even though tens of thousands of civilians running into a straight line from Florida shouldn't be already a panic. I will try to avoid releasing as much information. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to announce that 40, just some tripods are walking around in Florida. I don't know how I'm supposed to announce that. But all you know is that I'll be making an address this evening and that you should also be preparing statements about this.
Understood.
And
An aide pipes up and says, perhaps a joint response would be a good idea.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mr. Premier, sorry, Ruska, we'll be in the White House press conference room. We'll be announcing this there.
So I have.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think that's just. I have an even better idea that will make this look amazing. Get another chair in the Oval Office and place it next to me. That will look pretty good.
I agree. However,
that's gonna
Mr.
also just try
Mr.
to.
President, there is the side of it we have to consider, publicity aside, which I'm sure you'll put in your next Playboy magazine, is that the situation in Cuba internationally must be resolved if the USSR is to provide its full support for Florida, which we absolutely want to do.
We
Yeah,
agree.
oh,
We will be. Yeah, go on.
If you excuse me, Mr. President, but I think I can start here. We have also thought about that, and we are now starting to actively de-escalate the situation in Cuba. We're pulling back our fleets, have stopped any overflights and scouting we did earlier. So I think we are already on the best way to cool down the relations.
I agree. So on the further hand of that, Mr. President, is I need to understand to what extent and the Soviet Union in this crisis is willing to go as far as you are willing to have us in America. Do you simply want economic aid? We have troops readily available to support if you believe there is
Mr.
military
Khrushchev.
action in Florida.
Yes. Mr. Khrushchev, I'm going to slip you these photos. And these photos will likely change exactly your view on the situation. Which, by the way, Marshall, am I allowed to take a photo from Blue One? Because I think that would have been on my office before I went to the meeting.
Yes.
So just a second, I'll be back.
Don't trip.
I have this picture for you.
You,
which you
send
can
it
just.
to me as well.
Oh no, I'm sending it in the VC chat. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I also sent it in a private chat to Dimi, to Khrushchev.
Thank you.
Okay.
So he's got a close up.
Yep, I have it.
Okay, I've sent it. Rusk also sent it, I guess. I mean, this is terrifying, as you can see. Gentlemen, we are not supposed to be fighting against each other. We must not pray for ourselves, but to pray to be strong men.
All right, you got about 60 seconds, and then the turn's got to move ahead.
All right. We need to go ahead, and we'll need your full support, whether economic or military. Militarily, which we'll decide later on. We need your.
Okay, well, anyway, the humans are still trying to figure out what's going on. And meanwhile, Sam, you're ready to harvest some more humans, or what?
Yeah, I'm ready to harvest more humans.
All right, harvesting begins. All right, you guys are gonna win pretty easy. We'll see what happens. You know, like they're still.
Yeah, I kind of think they won't use their nukes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but remember, you have shields against nukes, so you don't even have to worry about that. But you don't want the nukes to destroy what you've Martian formed. You don't want the radiation. So, all right, away we go. All right, Grey Gold, Martian Commander number 2. I've got you moving. Are you still you're gonna keep moving north on that line?
Has anything happened in the meanwhile?
No, nothing.
Do the Americans know we are actually here, or?
Well, that's what you're harvesting are Americans. So I would imagine they know something, but
It's very slow to respond. We've been doing this for quite a while.
yeah, well, that's probably good for you, you know?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they're leisure at such a time.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we'll see.
Well, we will continue moving north as I've previously instructed. Yeah.
Here's another screenshot for you.
I see.
So
Are we full on humans right now?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
So there's no point gathering them again.
Yeah. So you probably
we
want
will
to destroy Jacksonville and start marching for me.
We will try to destroy critical communication infrastructure, things like that.
Okay.
If any scouting party or whatever is sent by the Americans, we will obviously destroy it, and we will begin transforming Jacksonville.
All right. Excellent. Okay. All right. There we go. Got it. Thank you. All right. You have made it to your new locations. You're in the rural locations. You have a unit that moved north just as you ordered previously. What do you wish to do?
Harvest humans.
Wonderful. All right. Harvesting begins.
Yes. Yeah, can I just sound their war horns at any given time?
Can you what?
They have big horns, right? Like in the movie.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Yeah. All the fun stuff.
Yes.
All right. Wonderful. And of course, the humans are running from you. They're trying to get away. They're trying to climb over each other to escape. And your tripods are just sweeping them away with their ray guns. And then the ones that they don't sweep away, they're harvesting them up. And they're turning them into tasty, delicious human juice.
Yay.
So, very, very, very nutritious. All right. Good job.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. I could go for a tasty human slurry right now.
See.
Oh my gosh. If they work their way up to Wisconsin, they can meet with Jeffrey Dahmer. He can show them a few recipes. It's horrifying. All right.
JFK wants to make an address. McCone wants radio signal interceptions on all frequencies to get if the aliens are communicating via radio and if the soldiers are talking anything with the fleet.
Okay, the aliens are not communicating at all.
Yes. I'm going to tell them that. RFK wants the U-2 to shadow the Soviet convoy that is landing in Cuba.
Okay.
Rusk wants to de-escalate Cuba.
Okay.
And as I said, McNamara is going to try and evacuate the civilians. JFK is going to make an address about the alien invasion shortly.
Okay.
So.
Also, there's a complete U-turn going on in with the Soviet plans. They are shifting all their assets to help with this. What's going on in Florida?
Wonderful.
I don't know the specifics. David is in control of that. I'm just letting you know what the situation is.
Okay, let's bring everyone into, I don't know, Blue 1 for the president's address, and we'll give him no more than 120 seconds to make an address. Let's do that when we're ready to start the next turn. I'll prep him. I'll tell him now that we're going to do this in a few minutes.
Should I also prep Khrushchev?
Yes.
Just let him know that he has. All right. Yep. I'll do that.
Yep. So, okay.
All right. I'll hit everybody else up.
Okay, we got to wait for Dave. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Dave's still taking orders. So I'm just going to prepare JFK, and then I'll be back here. But we're not doing anything until we hear back from Dave. All right. Mr. President.
Yes.
I have your new issue of Playboy here, sir. Sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry, Mr. President. Here you are. The nation is ready for your address in a few minutes. You'll have 120 seconds to speak, and then that's it. All right. So in a few minutes, we're going to put everybody on the air to listen to your speech, and when we say go, you'll have no more than 2 minutes to address the nation.
I'll
Okay.
just write up a quick thing as I was working on it.
All right. Yeah. So it'll be in about 3 or 4 minutes.
All right.
Okay. Good luck. All right. All right. So we've delivered to the president his literature and his medications, and we are now standing by for his address. Yeah, you go back into the history and you'll learn that presidents were just as scandalous back in the day as they probably are now.
Okay.
All right.
There is going to be a very large bombing campaign in Florida.
Wonderful. That's what we want to see.
Conventional weapons.
Yes, of course. All right.
I can't believe they're deploying nuclear weapons right now.
Yeah.
They're not doing nukes, are they?
No, conventional.
Okay.
Well,
All
we
right.
can only improve Florida's situation.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear the address from the president. When everyone's ready, we'll move everyone to Blue 1. Oh, it looks like they're all there. So let's go ahead and hear the address from the president.
And okay, now we're getting everything.
Okay, as soon as everyone's here.
Everyone, including Soviet players, or just the U.S.
Yeah, the Soviet players can tune in.
If everyone, including Soviet players, they would be able to tune in because this is going to be a big thing.
What happens?
We're just hearing an address from the President of the United States is going to speak. Okay, are we ready? Do we have him? No?
We have...
Just give me a second.
We don't have the others, but...
That's okay.
All right.
Someone play Hail to the Chief.
We don't have the time.
Okay.
An address from the President of the United States. Mr. President.
Let's begin this. All right. Good evening, my fellow Americans. On this day, October 27th, our nation, our very way of life is at risk. We stand knowing that an incursion into Florida has become a grave danger to our nation, and I stand here with the Soviet Premier to my side, informing this nation that we will not back down. A threat has been identified in southern Florida. It has occupied many cities and has burned many of them. This may look like a thing where a time where you will panic, and I will say that yes, we should panic, but fairly. Okay, so let me continue. But fairly, we are doing. We are. Shut the fuck up.
Let the man talk.
I'm talking live. Dang it.
Got about 30 seconds left.
All right. We need to eliminate this threat from the state of Florida, or else the very thing that we have fought for, our freedom, will no longer be considered a thing in this world. I now leave the microphone to Mr. Khrushchev, with whatever time he has left.
For what little time I have, I, Nikita Khrushchev, want the world to know as well that anonymity between the United States and the Soviet Union within the region of Cuba, the Bahamas, as well as, for the time being, Western Europe, is currently on hold, and the USSR and America are currently on good terms, and the Soviet Union will do all it can, along with, I urge, the rest of the world, to stop this menace, foreign, extraterrestrial, subterranean, or whatever it may be, drive it back to its holes or in the stars. And full military, economic, and emotional support will be given to the President and the people of the United States during this crisis.
We thank the Soviet Union for its support and announce that we will also be giving support should this threat also appear in the Soviet Union. Apart from that, we wish you a very pleasant, well, I don't know how it's supposed to be pleasant, but we wish for the American people to be informed of this situation and order that a quarantine be put in place in areas near Florida where all people are to remain in their homes unless if ordered otherwise by 7 o'clock in the evening. Thank you.
All right,
God bless America.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, let's go back to our sides like we were before. Everyone can move themselves.
Yep,
and
just
away
move
we
yourselves
go.
and-
All right, good luck. All right, that was a stirring address from the president. And now we just go down to the aliens and get the Martian orders. All right, Sam. Your orders for the next turn, sir. Oh. Oh, wait, no, there's a development. Okay, so you've harvested. It's time for you to Martian form. However, the humans are flying airplanes above you and they are dropping bombs. They're bombing
Are they
you.
killing humans? Like with the bombs?
Well, anything that's around, they're just dropping the bombs on top of you. They're trying to bomb you. And the bombs are not hurting you because of your shields, but they're dropping bombs around you.
The humans should stop trying, I think. Like, blast them from the sky, send them down to the earth.
Alright, so you want to shoot down the bombers, yes?
Yes, all of them.
Okay, very well. Alright, you start shooting down bombers and the bombers can't stop. You point up your ray gun or whatever and zap. One bomber at a time. Boom, another one. You
I
shoot
think
them
this
down.
would be horrifying for them.
Well, you would hope so, but who cares? Who cares?
Wait, one question. Can I leave one bomber alive to tell the story?
Oh, yeah, some are going to get through. Some are going to survive. There's so many, you can't kill them all. But you're killing a lot of them, okay?
Okay, also one question before you go. Can we, disrupt the communications from the humans? Like, since they use radio and such for military units.
You wanna try using human radio communications to communicate with the other tripods?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, we'll give that a try. We'll see how that goes. Okay, after the bomb's finished, do you want to Martian form?
Would it be safe or?
Yes, it'll be fine.
Okay, I will Martian form then.
Okay, you got it. Alright, so we're gonna begin Martian forming. Good job. Alright. You're making progress, Sam. Good job.
Thanks.
You got it.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, there are new developments now. The humans have arrived, and they have deployed military forces and bombers to attack you. So, yeah, they are attacking you. They are trying to bomb you. Of course, nothing they have or use is producing any kind of impact or effect on you. You're pretty much impervious to the stupid human weapons.
Indeed.
So, are you ready to start Martian forming, or what do you want to do? Or do you want to start fighting the humans?
We will not Martian form. We will surge forward and destroy these pitiful units that the humans have sent at us.
Very well.
whether they be by land or air or sea. We will destroy them all. The directive is to attack and destroy military units primarily. So humans do not matter, or civilians do not really matter for this turn. Use all of our power on their military installations.
Okay, you got it. All right. So I'm going to send you an updated screenshot of you blowing up the humans. Good job.
Very pleasurable. Yeah. I'm just so good at this game.
Yeah, it's a tough one, ain't it? Okay. All right, hang in there. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. You have harvested humans. Are you ready to Martian form?
Could you say that again?
You have harvested your humans. Are you ready to Martian form?
Yep.
All right. You continue to Martian form. They still haven't attacked you or appeared. The military forces have not done anything. You are still going strong, so you are Martian forming on for this turn. Good job.
Thank you.
That much closer to the wind.
Yeah, because you're it's a private channel. I just saw it and thought it was funny.
Okay, so the tripods in the north are attacking the military forces. The bombers, I've told them that the bombers are dropping bombs. Sam wants to shoot down as many bombers as he can. So I would say that there's just heavy casualties across the board. The military forces don't seem to have any effect on the tripods. They seem to have some kind of a shield.
Okay.
All right, that's all I've got. Anything else?
I think we've discussed most of everything that's going on. I don't think we're going to miss anything. I mean, obviously Soviet aircraft to patrol.
I missed this update because I had to go and do a toilet run. My bad.
Sorry.
Do we want to go ahead and remove the storm? The storm isn't.
Remove it.
Yeah, the storm's not really.
Yeah. Just move it off. Either move it off to the west or.
I can do.
Storm literal smoke screen.
Yeah.
Smoke screen.
Yeah, I would just say the weather is cleared now. Okay. Whatever you guys want to do next, I'm ready when you're ready.
I think we're good. 2 more American divisions have arrived, but they haven't joined the fighting yet.
Yeah, well, they're just cannon fodder right now.
Yeah.
So the Americans and the Soviets are going to have to compare notes. They're going to have to coordinate a lot more closely if they're going to have any chance. So we're going to give them a couple, 2 or 3 more turns. And if they haven't figured it out by then the Martians are probably going to win. But we'll see. Okay. Good luck.
All right. Let's go.
Right. Yep. Lock and load.
At a boss roll.
Code.
Anderson.
What?
Anderson.
We
in
are
order to return to
English, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And,
Oh boy.
So you guys currently have 3 divisions, both airborne divisions, the 82nd and 101st, very famous for how hard they fight, as well as the 3rd Armored Division, are on the front lines. The 3rd Armored Division is pushed into Jacksonville, and it is just an absolute hellscape in that city. B-52s have been cratering Jacksonville and making it quite hard to maneuver around. And then the
red filled.
Yeah, the 3rd Armored, they have pushed up. So far, it seems they haven't really made much. They haven't gained much ground at all. Heavy casualties on the side of the Armored Division and the Airborne Divisions. And the report is that it seems like these walking machines have some kind of a force field around them. It's hard to explain, but it seems like the rounds aren't getting through. There's some kind of a shimmering shield around it. It almost seems like something from science fiction.
Okay, can I?
That would be
This
the
is
first.
what's
Mr.
lucky
President.
that Back to the Future hasn't.
I'd like to make a suggestion, Mr. President.
Well, so hang on. So a few more things. The rest of the bombers have dropped bombs on targets all across Florida, the parts that have been occupied, and some bombers have been shot down. But again, it seems like these machines are taking everything that you can throw at them.
Mr. President,
Okay,
can I make a suggestion?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, I believe we should detonate high-altitude nukes to create a electromagnetic pulse to disable the force field.
I see. Okay, I'll take you up on that
Marshall,
suggestion.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Khrushchev wants one last talk before he heads back to Moscow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's not heading back to Moscow. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk. Yeah.
All right,
I
so
want
asking
Anderson
about the
with me,
convoy
too.
thing. All right, Blue
I want
2.
Anderson to be on the phone with me.
Blue 2.
Sure.
Blue 2.
All right. Mr. President.
Gentlemen, Mr. Khrushchev, I'd like for you to explain something. What is this convoy that we're delivering to Cuba as of now?
Are we really gonna get stuck on a convoy right now?
Yes, we are, it looks like. I'd like for, I've called the, Chief Naval Officer, Mr. Anderson, here. No. Mr. Anderson here to, listen to this conversation as it goes.
Okay. Mr. President, I'm here for something completely different than a convoy, which is if you need my help, I need you guys to let me know where are these tripods in Florida.
Well, they're everywhere in Florida.
They're just in.
We aren't allowing you. Okay, 1 second. If we want amicable relations, you will also, which we are completely aware of, you will acknowledge the fact that the actions in June of 1962 are to be taken in effect, and that these missiles that you have brought in Cuba, which we have not addressed yet, are to be shipped out immediately. We are completely aware of what you've brought in Cuba, and it was my failure to not have addressed you about this during our conversations. And we would like for you to ship these missiles out if you wish for amicable relations to continue. Which I will simply say that they are much more beneficial to you than they are to me.
I understand. And how about if we agree that once this menace in Florida, is dealt with, the missiles will leave.
And your missiles in Turkey will also leave.
Yeah, I think we can agree to that if you pull your missiles out of Cuba.
But the missiles will remain until Florida is in human hands again. Because at this point, these missiles aren't for you, they're for Florida.
By the way, just one thing I want to tell you. We will be one of my officers, he's a very smart man, also very annoying, but rather funny, a good friend of mine. He's decided to suggest that we detonate a nuke over Florida. Now, not as a way to be destructive over Florida itself, but rather to basically act as an EMP. I'm sure you know what an EMP is, right?
We vaguely understand the
machines
term.
that we've discovered in these areas. Okay, the machines that we discovered in these areas are far more resistant than we expect. There's some according to reports of combat over those areas, near Jacksonville and so on and so forth. Droids, or these machines, seem to have some sort of a force field around them, which we want to use a nuke as an EMP to basically deactivate this kind of force field. You get what I mean, right?
I understand what you're saying.
All right. About the convoy. Now I will let Anderson speak, as I think he's the one who has more information about this than I do.
Of course.
Anderson, if you may.
Mr. Khrushchev, we have detected one of your convoys, including troop ships and a lot of transports, which we believe contain war material. And
all right, aliens, your communications are now restored, and you're able to work together.
Well, I think they have probably figured out what has happened. I think Strike Force 2 could go to Cuba, since we have already probably Martian formed enough land, I think. So if Strike Force 2, I want you to go to Cuba and wreak havoc in Havana and neutralize any military there.
Okay, you're Strike Force 1, right, Sam?
Yes, I'm Strike Force 1.
So you're still around Tampa Bay. So you want the force that's in Miami under Basapec to go south to Havana, correct?
Yes, and wreak havoc and destroy everything that is there.
Okay. All right, he'll have to give those orders. So, in the north, let me see here. In the north, well, actually, since you can all communicate now, I can share with you a screenshot of Florida and what's happening all around you. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'll put it in 1, 2, and 3. Alright, there's your screenshot. And I'll give you guys just a few minutes to communicate and decide what you want to do. And then I'll be right back for your orders.
Okay. By looking on the screenshot, I think we have harvested like Martian.
Okay. So it's interesting because the convoy has EMP warheads. It's a Soviet secret weapon. And what's remarkable is that the Soviets did not reveal this to the Americans. So the Americans are going to try to airburst a nuke above these tripods to see if they can neutralize the shields. But it's not going to work too well. But we'll see what happens. So very interesting stuff. The Russians are still making their play. It seems like they're still moving the weapons to Cuba. And with the tripods ready to head south, it will be curious to see what happens next. All right. Killy says it would seem that none of these guys have ever seen the old War of the Worlds movies. And that's correct. Seems that way. All right. Well, Cookie, what do you think so far?
I think it's a glorious mess.
Yeah, I like it. It's working really well. I was nervous about it, but now that everyone's hit their stride, it's going really well, and the players are having a great time. So, yeah, it's good. There's Dave. Dave, how you doing?
Yeah, so I just basically shared a picture because one of the generals wants to watch what TV they're picking up from America at the moment, and I just shared a nice 1960s War of the Worlds image. So it's not necessarily tripods, but you know.
Oh, that's great.
I thought I'd do the original movie justice.
That's great. Where'd you post it?
I posted it within. Oh, I sent it on a private message.
Oh, okay.
I'll send you what I sent him.
That's awesome.
Because I like the original movie. The original movie was quite good. I remember watching it as a kid.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, it was scary to me as a little kid. All right, so We're waiting for the umpires to get back. I've got to pop down to the aliens and get another turn out of them. And here is the picture for those of you watching from home. There it is. There you got it. So, all right, that's great. All right, I'm going to pop down to the aliens and I'll be right back. And then we'll talk about how we're going to unfold this next turn. Let's see here. All right, guys, what do you want to do?
So for me, I will go north and help Great Gold.
I am going to continue forward, surging forward at the U.S. Armed Forces.
Okay.
Continuing to decimate them at as much efficiency as possible.
All right.
Strike Force 2 will send purple to Havana. The rest will just continue harvesting and terraforming.
So you're going to send a single tripod to Havana, yeah?
Yep.
All right. He'll begin the...
By the way, do I still have shields?
Do you
Marshall.
still have what?
Do I still have shields?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Like,
each tripod has its own individual shields.
But do I need to replenish that with juice?
Yes. Yeah, you'll have to harvest humans over time.
So attack and gather juice.
Okay.
Yeah, like the soldiers
Yeah,
that we
gather
capture.
the soldiers for juice.
Okay. All right, and Sam, you're moving north, huh?
Yes, and harvesting.
Okay. All right, got
Like
you
I'm
moving
going
north.
to help him.
By the way, Marshall.
Yeah.
Is the land we've terraformed up till now sufficient for the landing of the main force?
No, you probably need to do just about double what you have, and then it'll be sufficient. So you're about halfway there. So you do need to keep
Sam,
terraforming.
I told you.
Yeah.
I say you just continue terraforming.
Yeah, because you need a landing zone big enough to land all the fleet for the whole Earth. Because they're going to spread out over the whole Earth. So you basically need almost all of Florida. But that's okay. You're doing fine. You guys are doing great. Okay, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I will.
Cruise ship's on his way back to Moscow. So.
All right.
Oh, man.
The Americans are talking about nuking Florida.
Okay, so a couple things here. First of all, the airburst nuke at high altitude, if they do that, we'll tell them that you see the shields flicker, but then they come back on and stay on. So the EMP is effective, but not very effective. Only partially effective. The other thing is if the Americans were to completely nuke Florida, that would also be a win for the humans because the Martian forming would be destroyed. Of course, it also destroys Florida for the humans. So.
I mean, but it's Florida. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the only thing like if it were New Jersey, maybe, I'd feel a little less bad. But yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. That's all I've got. So the tripods in the north are pushing forward against the soldiers. They're trying to harvest soldiers now. So they continue to push towards the soldiers, and they're not breaking contact with the soldiers. The tripods in the middle of Florida are moving north, and then there's one tripod that has entered the sea heading south towards Cuba.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Where is that? I don't.
It's right here.
Oh,
yeah.
It'll be engaged.
Yep. The weapons won't do anything, but they'll be trying to fight it. It'll shoot down some planes. All right, that's all.
I might even just get that submarine in there as well.
Yeah, why not? See what the submarine does to it. All right, good luck, guys.
All right. Move in another armored division, and the rest of the
boy.
War's hell.
Yeah, this is.
I think that's the most destruction we've ever waged in a single war game.
Yeah.
Sam Miller.
Sam Miller.
All right. For those of you watching now or in the future, Sam Miller is the commander of the Alien Force. And Sam Miller is legendary because he's a very aggressive player that destroys everything in his path, which is why I asked him to lead the Alien Force. All right, let's go down and see what the Americans do here.
All right, we're going to go ahead and give you an update for the next turn.
Yes.
You, Puzzle, would you like to take this one?
No, please, go ahead.
Oh. So, the tripods in the north of Florida, north of Jacksonville, are continuing to push. And you now have the better part of 5 divisions forming a line from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic, centered around Valdosta. And, I mean, they're steadily being pushed back, and so far, no progress is being made, no damage is being made to the tripods.
Okay, I guess we'll have to try the nuke EMP. I mean...
Yeah, I agree.
I'm writing
The
new
only
arrest.
option, Mr. President, drop tactical nuclear weapons on the tripods and drop strategic weapons into the high atmosphere.
With the pentamic structure, each division should have, a battery of nuclear launchers, don't they?
Okay.
Oh, that is true. That's
I want to hear from everyone here. We're gonna make a vote.
I think
Everyone
it's really
go-
important to start evacuating the area north of Florida so we can really use the nukes
By the way,
if we
just
need
one
them.
thing I want to say to McNamara.
What?
It's in the water.
So it's so where it says 07 Straits of Florida, it's pretty much right there, and fighters and bombers are trying to bomb it, but it seems to have some kind of laser weapon and some shields. They're doing the best that they can to try and bring it down. B-94 says it is moving to assist. The Tank Regiment has landed up in Caribbean, and the Motor Rifle Regiment, the 351st, 347th, and 339th are awaiting to be offloaded. The 144th Motor Rifle Regiment is now west of Havana. And that is it. What do we want to do now, gents?
I'll start.
Yep.
Oh fuck. I'll send B-94 and B-16 to try and shoot that walking thing, and
yep.
B-85 will try and stay out of its way, and I'll have B-36 move to ML.
ML. Yep. Okay.
And yep, missile group will keep with it. Yep, we're good.
Ground forces are still going where they're going, yeah?
Well, they will change a little bit. So you said 144th Division is west of Cuba, and the 2 others have just landed, right?
Yeah.
So 144th will deploy around Cuba, because the rest, the 2 other Guard divisions will deploy between Cardenas and Saguara Grande.
I see Cardenas.
I'll send you a screenshot.
Sure.
Also, can I
Tedeschi, we plan to Mr. McNamara believes that your troops should be sent to Savannah. We do not plan to sacrifice them completely, although we should. But
is Savannah the
Okay, shut up. Let me do this.
is Savannah the current front line of combat?
So,
No, go ahead,
Savannah
Becky.
should allow you to reinforce the right flank of our line.
Understood.
Ah.
I believe Savannah is on our left flank, actually.
Are there any specific targets you want our air forces to hit?
Well, hit the. I'm pretty sure you should just hit basically the same targets as us.
Currently, at the moment, we are testing. We are going to be testing to see if we can create an electromagnetic pulse to disable their shields. So, because they have shields, so the bullets.
So don't fly.
Both for the second or third time to launch high altitude nuke to disrupt their the enemy shields, but I don't think anybody is even taking note of him.
I mean, they already did launch something, and it's... Whew. Man.
All right. Well, we just wait for the umpires to come back.
Yeah.
I should touch base with the alien commander down in the south. And move
I basically got nothing else to do. Khrushchev's in the air, and the Soviet ambassador is with the rest, with the U.S.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Shall we say one of these fighter aviation guys just gets destroyed?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'm going to go down and get a quick. I'm going to touch base with them real quick right now. I'll be right back.
We'll say 94 gets blown up as well.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. You continue your movements. You continue to push and harvest the soldiers. You also down in the south. The one that matters is the enemy is trying to attack you with the submarine and airplanes. Their attacks have had no effect on you whatsoever, and therefore you continue to move to the south. You're almost to Cuba by now.
Yep.
Okay?
Can we destroy them?
Yeah, you are. You're destroying them. You destroyed a submarine and you destroyed a bunch of their airplanes. That's that one in the south. Okay, now I just need to know the rest of the units in that strike force, which are in the vicinity of Miami. Where do you want them to move?
I think that's for you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your man. I mean, tripods.
Oh, I see. The rest. They should just continue then. Continue doing terraforming.
Okay, well, they've Martian formed where they're at. They need to move. Do you want them to move to just
inland.
an open... Yeah, okay, inland. All right, got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll move them.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, they're moving inland to keep Martian forming. Okay, well, that's what we got.
I'll say B-16, 116 is out of torpedoes and wants permission to ram.
Oh my God.
We're having a Thunderchild moment. Come on.
There you go.
This is what we wanted.
That's great. Now, I have not read the book, so I don't know what happens when the torpedo rams the tripod. Did it produce any effect?
No.
Yeah.
No, Thunderchild, yeah, gets destroyed, but
yeah. Oh well. All right. That's great. For the glory of the Soviet Union. Okay.
I'll
Soon as gotta keep these guys moving.
Trenches.
Let's wrap it up,
They're
guys.
just tactical nuclear weapons.
Yes, Mr. President. Each of our divisions here are with the pentamic structure, which means they have at least one full unit available of tactical nuclear weapon.
You guys have 60 seconds, and then I'm going to pull the umpires back up. Make a decision, please. Good luck.
All right.
Kill the bastard.
All right. I told them they have 1 minute to make a decision, then I'm going to pull the umpires up.
Okay.
They're just debating, which I figured was going to happen when you put them in a room together, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun to play that way.
Oh, you know what? Can I just see? Can we just roll like a d6, and if this 116 gets a 6, it rams it, and then it falls into the sea.
We don't have to roll a die. You decide.
I'm going to roll a die. I'm going to roll a die on it. We're going to leave it up to.
If you want to, but you set the odds. You decide. You're the umpire. Be the umpire.
We'll get a d6. If he rolls a 6,
all right.
Let's just scale it up a bit so you can see it.
Yeah.
If he gets a 6. Oh, it's a 5. It rams and then the submarine. No. No. The submarine. Submarine rams him and sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. All right. All righty. That's great.
So the Americans are detonating a tactical nuclear weapon.
Okay.
Right outside the Okefenokee swamp, right here on this tripod group.
Okay.
And they are going to observe what happens.
Okay, so the effect is.
I know what they're going. Weren't they going to do an atmosphere one for an EMP wave?
They decided to do this instead.
Right.
All right, I would say that I don't know. Like the EMP wave is the right way to go. The short.
What I'm gonna tell them is that when they drop it, it flickers for a second, and according to scientists, that was because of the electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rather than anything actually happened, because that's gonna be like, oh, you can't actually harm it. You didn't do anything, but now you know the electromagnetic waves do in fact
have an effect on it. That's fine. Okay.
That works.
Go ahead. All right. What they need though is they need those Soviet EMP devices is what they need.
Yeah.
But
I give a hint to Khrushchev is like the top researcher said it might be able to help, but they need something else and they don't know what.
Yeah, and I wouldn't tell them anymore. Just
that was as far as I went.
Yeah. Good luck. All right. Go ahead, guys. Good luck.
All right.
The front.
Ooh, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. So, the tactical nuke that was detonated in the Okefenokee swamp has had an interesting effect on the tripod. It did approximately nothing to it as far as harming it, but when it exploded, the shield flickered. According to the scientists, this was because the shield flickering came at the exact same time that a very large electromagnetic wave was detonated because of the nuke. So, electromagnetic waves do while the nukes themselves don't have a direct effect and cannot punch through the what's the word?
Shields.
The shields. Electromagnetic waves do indeed turn them down, but you will need to either use a device that's made for that or launch such a high number of nukes in the atmosphere that's actually going to do something. But that might make Florida unlivable for the next, few generations.
Is there a problem with that?
Practically is unlivable already.
The difference.
Florida is unlivable already.
Fair.
I would authorize all of them.
Do we have EMPs we could use?
Well, yeah, that's what nukes.
Whatever we can get our hands on.
Okay, I just want to say, I do not want Florida to become compared to Mr. LeMay, I would actually like to be reelected instead of shutting down.
Oh, shut up. Do you have a better option, Mr. President?
McNamara, what the fuck did you just tell me?
Shut
Yeah, I
up.
think he told you to
Have
shut
a
up,
better
sir.
option.
Kick him out of the Theok. Where's the Secret Service? Ah, shit, I forgot they're not here.
We will
Okay.
all resign if you take McNamara out of the room.
Yeah.
I will
Sir-
sack you as well. Okay.
Sir, if you
Will
kick
be
him out of the
more
room,
than
I
that.
will order my submarine to hit the Soviet convoy.
Okay. Just, can I talk? Can you repeat what you said? Sorry.
Do we have another option? Like,
As far as I'm concerned, McNamara, if there was a real option that doesn't come.
The Americans are fighting along an axis from Tallahassee up to Brunswick. It seems like all of Florida is lost for them, and the population of Cuba starts to panic a little as looting and whatever else happens within the towns and cities along Cuba as people start to worry and see some of the pictures for themselves.
All right, gentlemen. You continue. In the south, you've destroyed several of their aircraft. 2 Soviet submarines have been sunk. One of them rams the tripod, the blue tripod in the south, and just sinks. It produces no effect. So they're throwing everything they have at you, and it produces no effect whatsoever. You continue. You'll be landing in Cuba on this next turn. In by Lake Okefenokee, which is this. Well, I should probably send you a screenshot. Huh? Let's do screenshots. All right, so let's do a screenshot here, and this is for you, Basapek. And then I'm going to show you another one here. So in the middle of Florida is a lake. It's called Lake Okefenokee, and the Americans have detonated a tactical nuke above one of your tripods. It did cause the shields to flicker for like a second, and then the shields went back to working. The tripod was completely unharmed. So, that's where we're at. In the north, you continue to move and fight. The tripod reinforcements under Sam Miller are almost going to arrive. They'll arrive on the next turn, the first few. And that's where we're at. So let me send a screenshot for that. Here we are. So Sam and Great Gold, here's your screenshot. Any new orders?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have any capabilities to disrupt their communications so that they can't communicate with each other?
No, not really. No. No, you don't.
Like, do we have any EMPs or like that?
No.
Oh. Okay.
So. All right. Any other questions? Any orders? Any changes in orders?
I want the orange pod to harvest humans as soon as we can.
Okay. The orange pod will harvest humans. And, well, he's been harvesting humans. So,
Yeah.
are you ready to Martian form now? You can Martian
I want
form.
to keep the reserves on orange one, and the rest should Martian form now.
Okay.
Just in case they get attacked again.
All right. So they begin Martian forming. All right. Good job. Okay. Good luck.
By the way, is the tripod heading to Cuba, going to Havana?
Yes.
Okay. Very well.
That's the order for him. So, okay. Good luck.
If I were to Martian form right here, right now, would I still have my shields?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll Martian form.
All right.
Right in their face.
Nice.
Bastards.
All right. All right. I put it down for you. Now I'll send you another screenshot so you can see. Let's see here. That's hilarious. That's great.
I want them to do it tauntingly.
All right.
If it is at all possible.
There you go. Right in their face. All right. Good job. Okay. You got it.
And reserves and paramilitary forces.
Yeah.
Stop sending and reserve the weapons only to volunteers that want to get into an actual military formation.
Okay.
Not random troops, not random civilians. Also
volunteers only. I got you.
Yeah, civilian volunteers, and the rest is all reserve troops, and any men that had a military formation will be enforced in the military.
I understand. Okay. Back to the umpire table now, I guess.
Yep.
If we're all done.
Good.
I believe so.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm gonna be honest. Kennedy's starting to be a little annoying on my end. I'm.
All right. So they have not figured it out.
Well, you arrived a little bit late to the party, so they have actually, once this tripod makes landfall at Isabella, they're gonna do an EMP attack on it, and every nearby unit is going to open fire on it.
Okay, now I told them they only have 9 EMP warheads. So
well, they're using one here. Cuba must be saved.
All right.
It's God's country.
All right.
And it's God's vacation.
And I would and now here's the other problem. Is their weapons don't have the precision to make these kinds of targeted strikes like this. See,
Okay.
the way the solution to the scenario is supposed to work is the Soviets have the EMPs, the Americans have the accuracy on their weapon platforms. So they're supposed to come together and put the two pieces of the puzzle together. But the Soviets have not told the Americans they have the EMP devices.
They just told them.
They what?
Yeah, they now know.
Oh, they did? They finally told them?
CIA finally.
The CIA leaked and then the Sadetsky confirmed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was just now, though. That was just now. I mean, maybe we could...
Well, let's run another turn. We'll probably go
Well,
through.
EMPs also aren't even in the United States, so it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
they should be there a turn from now.
They could load them on. They could load them on transport planes and fly them to America.
They are. That's what's going on right now. It's just that they are traveling from Russia to here.
Okay. All right. Okay, then it's just an ordinary garden variety turn, folks. So just go ahead and give them an update. Let them know that things are in progress, and then next turn we'll just see what happens.
So, just for clarity, they did order an EMP on this guy. Are we saying it's still standing?
I would roll a die on whether or not it hits, though, because the Soviet stuff isn't accurate. And remember,
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it on a 5 or 6.
They only have an EM. They only have 9.
No.
It's a miss.
I think it landed in the ocean.
Yeah, the weapons are not. They don't have the accuracy. They have to work together.
Gotcha.
So, okay. All right. Go ahead and give reports.
They haven't even given me a number on how many aliens there are. Like, they're not telling me anything, and JFK just keeps bitching about, like, random shit that has nothing to do with the aliens.
Well, at least that gives us time to kill
Turn it a
one.
piece of paper. Yeah, hopefully we hit this fucking thing. I mean...
All right, guys. Updates.
That's the first experiment, yeah.
Update time.
Okay, so tripod makes landfall at Isabella. EMP attack is launched. However, it is a miss. The shield that the tripod has flickers and then quickly comes back. Fire upon it is dreadfully ineffective, and it is currently slaughtering troops on the beaches as we speak.
I mean, it flickered. I guess. Did we miss? Like we just missed?
It was a miss. It was a miss.
Did it was a normal miss, or did it?
It was a
seem to
dreadful
be...
miss. It was a dreadful miss.
Like you didn't even get that close.
Hey, brothers. Gonna be honest. I think we just do it again, but don't miss. I don't know how many EMPs do we have. Was there a number?
9. You had 9. Now you're down to 8.
Now.
9. Fuck.
Your weapons just aren't that accurate. You know, your strategy is saturation attack to make up for it.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I'll carry on. So you still have the 109th and 290th fighter wings still doing their best to patrol the southern.
Just a little point, because I believe that kind of has disappeared in all the confusion. But aren't our ballistic missiles like stupidly accurate?
Yes, they are.
So
Also,
we don't have to rely on atomic Annies and Long Johns.
Now, I'm not the one who forgot that the Soviet minister was in the room.
Also saying, for the less accurate missile, we can detonate them in the high atmosphere, which does generate and keep all nukes do that. So they're still useful even if they're not accurate.
Okay, I have a brief update while you guys discuss. The tripods on the... What is that? Really? I forgot the name of the... Savannah. Savannah. On the Savannah to the Gulf of Mexico line, whatever you call that line, are Martian forming right in front of you. They're harvesting troops, turning them into delicious Martian juice, and they are Martian forming the terrain in front of you as if to taunt you. Just so you know that's happening.
Soylent Green, if you will.
Yeah.
Soylent Red.
Yeah, Soylent Red. Soylent Pink.
I don't understand. What the hell just happened exactly?
They're taunting us, sir.
Well, he just said the aliens are eating our troops.
That's nice.
No, that's not nice.
I didn't mean it in that way.
All right. So the taunting of the humans continues, as does the Martian forming. And I'll do you a new screenshot. And Sam's tripods begin to arrive. And in the south, here, let me shoot you a couple screenshots. Here we go. So right here in the north, this is what's going on in the north. And in the south, Martian forming also continues, but it's time to move. One of your tripods has finally arrived in Cuba near a place called Isabella. The humans have attempted to use a weapon called an EMP that causes an EMP burst. It caused the shields to flicker for a second. The weapon didn't even land close. It missed. And now the tripod in the south at Isabella is harvesting troops and will be ready to Martian form in Cuba at any time. So, orders. What do you guys want to do?
I ask the engineers if they can find anything to counter these AMPs?
No, I mean you can ask, but the answer's no.
So basically we can do nothing against them.
Yeah, if they hit you, but right now it doesn't seem like they can even hit you. They've only caused your shields to flicker for like a second.
Well, but if they hit us, then maybe it will be different.
Maybe.
How long do we have until the invasion force comes?
Probably several days, so it's not coming right away. So you need to secure this territory and Martian form it.
And also, like, are we actually destroying American units? Because it looks like they are getting even more than
Yeah,
less.
you've probably destroyed. Well, remember each of these markers is a very large formation, but as far as the strength of the formation, they're probably down like 50%. I mean, you're smashing and killing these guys. They've even set up a second line behind the first line because you're killing so many troops at the front.
Yeah, as for orders, can I Martian from behind Great Good?
Yes, you sure can. Absolutely.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. All right. We'll have you. I don't remember. Did you harvest some humans recently? You've been doing it along the way.
Yeah,
All right.
I've been doing that.
All right. I've put down more Martian forming stuff for you guys, so I'll give you an updated screenshot. And there you are. And here we go. All right. It continues. All right, guys. In the south, any orders?
I want the command pod to move south and the rest to move northwards for mission farming.
Okay, perfect.
And the one in Cuba can continue towards Havana.
All right, we'll do. All right. Good luck, guys. Good job.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will. Can I give an?
Oh, hang on. I think you wanted to give an order. I'm sorry. I think I clicked out and you wanted to give an order. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to continue pushing forward and gathering humans for another round of terraforming later.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. I sent you a screenshot that shows you doing that, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Good job, guys. Okay. All right, so it looks like the EMPs are arriving in Savannah on a Tu-95. So now they need a turn to transfer them to the Americans and put them on an American weapon, huh?
Yeah. The Soviets are using 2 EMPs.
The Americans have gotten the shipment and they are loading their EMPs into American tactical missiles.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to take a turn. So 2 turns from now, they'll be able to use them. Meanwhile, down...
They only get 6. They only get 6.
Yes.
The Americans have 6? Okay.
Yeah, because the Soviets are using 2 on this guy.
Okay, and then
down here.
That's all they got, so let's see what happens.
I'm going to roll it.
Oh!
1 hit.
They got a hit.
There we go. They
All
got
right.
a hit.
So I guess they destroy the tripod then.
They do.
All right.
The Battle of Isabella.
All right, there we go. They've won the Battle of Isabella. Bam. He's out of there. Not a flip side to him, is there? I don't know how you want to mark that. I'll let you guys worry about that. Mark it however you like. Get a disruption marker.
Next time we do the scenario, I'll include a flip side.
No,
to it.
just take it off the board. I mean, it'll be fine.
All right, go ahead and give reports when you're ready.
Well, they're still talking, but I guess we can do a.
Yeah, we'll wait.
It's not major. Yeah.
Who's talking? The Americans.
Is back.
The Kennedy and Khrushchev are talking. Khrushchev wants to keep the missiles in Cuba. His condition for the EMP delivery is keeping missiles in Cuba.
Oh wow!
It's too late. Too late. It's already gone. The military boarded them on a Tupolev and sent it up to Savannah. It's done.
Well, Kennedy doesn't know that.
Yeah.
No, they're discussing it as there's some communication errors going on.
All right, let's listen in here.
To have.
No, I
amount of missiles in Florida.
I understand, but I'm saying is why is Cuba not also allowed the same right?
This is beyond my pay grade. This is not a discussion that I wish to be having.
So, Mike, do you want That's my condition for the EMPs. If you don't want them, then we will happily defend Cuba shores, and you guys can figure out a solution on your
own. May we really can?
Mr. President, I would accept this.
May you request that we leave long-range weapons out of all of that?
Long-range
How
weapons.
about you keep your Scud missiles there, and we and you don't have IRBMs there or ICBMs. Is that amenable?
It's a potential that we could communicate later, but for now I at least want the concession agreed that at least a quantity of Soviet material will survive and be allowed to persist in Cuba. In return for EMP-capable missiles.
I would be willing to grant this on the condition that no one is placed.
Oh,
you have
man.
about 50-50.
It sounds like the Americans are going to roll over and let the Soviets have their nukes in Cuba. Wow.
What?
And
So
the EMPs are already in their hands. Like, they've transferred them to the Air Force as far as I'm concerned. You know, the Tupolev is on the ground in Savannah already.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure if nuclear war is something that people want after being invaded by aliens.
Yeah, well, who knows? I mean, the way these guys are talking, they're going to defeat the aliens and go right back to each other's throats. You know? We'll see what happens. All right. I think, are we ready to go ahead and give reports now? We can't let them, because they'll talk for hours.
If Lake is back, yeah.
I think so. I'm going to head down there and tell them to head back.
Yeah, they'll talk for hours. Lake is here.
Let's go then.
All right, let's do it.
Right.
Okay, gentlemen.
Don't give him guns. Yep.
So, Battle of Isabella rages on, and 2 EMP blasts go off, and the shield falls, and tank rounds, tank munitions shoot at the legs and shoot at the cockpit and everything, and the tripod falls down, crashes to earth in a big pile of dust, and the tripod is no more. Seems like at least one of those EMP attacks worked, and you destroyed the tripod down by the Battle of Isabella. Troops are ecstatic at beating it, and yeah, you've won the Battle of Isabella. Cuba looks safe for now.
Did we get it?
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Yeah. Tupolev bombers have landed up in Savannah to do the delivery of EMP devices. The Americans will affix them to their weapons. What's next? Anybody?
Sorry, 1 second. I was typing. All right. So, ground forces.
On Cuban soil has proved its absolute effectiveness. These weapons are highly effective against the tripods we have destroyed. An unknown number of them, but enough that I've gotten a report here saying that it's very effective.
Okay. That is good to hear.
Alright, I suggest a mass combined tactical nuclear and conventional nuclear.
All right. Okay. In the north, everything continues as previously ordered. In the south, however, at the Battle of Isabella, the Cubans have used their EMPs to great effect. The tripod in Isabella appears to have gone offline. It reported that it was under EMP attack, and there are no further reports from it. You've lost communications with it. You don't know if it's destroyed or what, but it is no longer communicating, for sure.
Got it.
All right. Martian forming continues as ordered. So I will send a screenshot there to reflect that.
One question.
Go ahead.
What is the nearest, the next big city in the area?
Savannah. Up in the upper
Can I
right
go
coast.
there
Yes, you sure can.
and Martian farm that?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Okay, I will do it.
All right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, let's see, I want to erase this. There we go. We got notes that I want to erase before sending screenshots. Okay. I'll have you continue moving north. And here's your current screenshot for you two. And we will continue to push. Did you guys stop at Venus or Uranus on the way to Earth? No? You didn't stop anywhere?
Say again?
You guys had the option of stopping at Venus or Uranus before coming to Earth. Did you stop?
Jesus, really
I don't think we decided on it, but
I think
remember
it was Venus.
You stopped at Venus, huh? Nice. Yeah, the Venus chicks are pretty hot. Alright, guys, good luck.
Thanks.
Yep.
Also, are we destroying the enemy at a faster rate now, since we are
Yes.
more tripods?
Yep, in fact, that kicks in this turn now that you've arrived.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
Can
I think somebody's trying to say something. Go ahead.
is this thinking time? Are you gonna take? Oh yeah. Can I give
Do you,
orders
do you
now?
have? Yeah, you can give an order.
Okay. I want the command tripod to move towards Havana, to Isabella rather, to check out what's going on with the blue pod, and purple goes west, orange goes north, continuing with the terraform.
Okay. All right, he'll head south.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay.
They
All-
finally learned to cooperate, but
Yeah.
at what cost?
Yep. Yeah, we'll probably go one or two more turns, and then that's going to be it. So.
This has been very interesting.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a good success. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm terrified by some of the players and their decisions, but
seriously.
All right, so the Americans are going to launch 3 of their EMPs, and using tactical nuclear weapons, short range. Or not nuclear weapons, but missiles. And they're going to launch them here at this concentration of 4 squads of tripods.
Okay. All right.
And they're following it up with large conventional bombing campaigns and tactical nuclear weapons and an armored attack. And I mean, they're really throwing the kitchen sink at it.
Okay.
They're not using anything from the Soviets?
They are using the EMP. It's
Ah.
the first strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're hitting them with the EMP, and then they're throwing not only the kitchen sink, but the entire goddamn refrigerator.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So they'll take down some tripods then when they fire them. Also, the tripods are burning through the Allied troops at a much faster rate now, because there's twice as many now on the front. There's like 7 or 8 on the front, so the line should be starting to show weakness and giving way as the tripods start coming through. So what I would do is I would say more tripods arrive, the troops are starting to retreat. Discipline is breaking down. There's very heavy casualties, and then the weapons land, and a tripod or two gets taken down. I would roll it, but I would give the odds in favor of the Americans because they're high precision. So I would say like on a roll of 2 to 6 it hits, but on a 1 it misses or doesn't work, whatever. But go ahead and...
I will say that Fidel Castro has turned up to the battle site at Isabella and has made a speech about it being the second battle of the Bay of Pigs.
The three-legged pigs.
Yeah.
Three-legged pigs. There you go.
Well,
this is very movie. This is very movie-like.
There is another tripod heading south, and keep in mind.
I saw, yeah.
There's no more EMPs.
They'll engage and do their thing, but obviously, they'll try and slow it down, but they won't.
Yeah, there's no more EMPs. I think this is it. Is this the big attack?
They still have the Americans still have 3 EMPs left after this attack.
Oh, so
but the Soviets don't.
Yes,
the Soviets have used.
So the Americans are firing 3, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and roll that and see what the result is, and then we'll give the report.
Did the dice go somewhere? So I can just spawn one.
I deleted them. I got rid of them, so you had to spawn in some more, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Maybe
roll 1 for each tripod.
1 for each EMP. I did, but if you want to do it differently.
It's a 1.
It's a miss.
Wow.
It's a miss.
The second EMP is a 1.
Are you kidding me?
Oh dear.
Someone else roll that. I'm clearly.
Okay. Yeah, Marshall, you go ahead. You're the one running this.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
I'd say they get 2.
Yeah, we'll give them 2 tripods. Yeah. All right, we'll give them two for 1.
No, it's a fail.
If it'd been another 1, that I think we just sort of called it there. It's like, yeah, no, these aren't working. The technology is incompatible.
Super precision weapons, not so much.
I want to reward them for solving the scenario, but now they have the problem that they only have 3 left.
Well, the Martians die in the end anyway, right? The bacteria does its thing.
We did say that they picked up Neptune COVID.
Well, what happened is I asked them just this last turn, did you guys stop at Venus or Uranus? And they said Venus. So they've got space herpes, man. They got space herpes. So unfortunately, there's no cure for space herpes.
Venus truck stops are not good.
Yeah. The Venetian chicks look pretty good, but nah, bro.
You have caught every STD known to man.
Yeah, known to Mars.
Don't stick it in Venus. Don't stick it in Venus.
They also landed in Florida, so that's kinds of diseases.
Every STD known to man.
Well, they don't.
That was their second mistake.
They're not, and they're not wearing masks. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're gonna die of Ebola
and
COVID at the same time.
Okay. So let's keep this moving. Let's give them one more turn, and then we'll circle back. Then we'll wrap it up. Let's give it one more turn.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. One more turn. All right. In the north, the humans begin to give way. They begin to lose ground because you're killing so many of them. They begin to retreat. However, as they retreat, they attack the tripods that are closer to Savannah. And they make 3 nuclear attacks. 2 of the attacks fail, but one of them works and destroys 2 tripods. So I'll send you guys a screenshot. And here you are. So 2 of the tripods have been destroyed by a combined EMP nuclear attack. However, you're also breaking through their defenses. They cannot stop you as you continue to push. In the south, the tripod in the south is now making its way into the ocean. and continue south. The other two tripods, did you want them to continue moving and Martian forming?
Yep.
All right, that's what we'll do. All right.
By the way, Marshall, how much more do we need to have the landing zone?
I would say a couple more turns, about 2 more turns of Martian forming, and you've got it.
At the current rate?
Yeah, at the current rate. Yeah, you guys are about to win here with the Martian forming.
One question, like, can we use, like, quote unquote, like, use our own nuke?
Yeah, you don't have a nuke.
But I mean, if we would, like, use our lasers to accumulate the power, and then shoot, like, a big shot that would be a massive explosion, would that work?
No, what you have right now is working really, really well. The problem is apparently you're vulnerable to the enemy EMPs. But you don't, I mean, how many of those do they have? Who knows? Right now, all you can do is continue to Martian form, because once you Martian form enough, then the main invasion force can land, and you're very close to having enough Martian forming done. So you probably just want to keep doing what you're doing.
But so one EMP is destroying 2 tripods.
Well, they got lucky.
Gotta spread them out. Spread them
I think we should probably spread out, since if they... Yeah, we will spread out, like, far enough, so that when they launch one EMP, they only hit 1 tripod.
That's right. That's the way to do it. Okay, good job. All right,
And
that's what we do. I have you
continue terraforming.
Yep.
Yeah, I will
And attack.
terraform behind the line, since I lost 2 tripods already.
All right, I'll even drop a couple more Martian forming spots for you. Okay, there we go. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
The attack is going to be.
Okay.
Everyone
Tallahassee
or-
portion of the line.
All 3 of them?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The tripods have spread out, so you can no longer hit them 2 for 1. Just an update.
Uh-oh. We could before?
Well, you
That's
got
what we did,
lucky.
yeah.
You got lucky and had 2 of them that were close enough they were both affected. That won't happen again.
Wow.
In the future, we're gonna have to spread out our EMPs a bit more, I think.
Okay, I have a proposition. Nuclear mines. Basically, we put a nuke in the ground, we set it to a time detonation, and then when the tripod walks over it, it detonates and flings it through the air. There's nothing that the shield can do about that, right?
That's a
I mean,
good
technically,
idea.
yeah. It isn't, but okay.
Can nukes even be set on timers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like any other bomb.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
handled any personally, so I wouldn't know.
Tunas,
Yes.
in terms of kilotons, what is the heaviest nuke that we have used so far against these invasions?
Not very large. You've mainly been using short-range tactical nuclear weapons, so I'm not 100% familiar, but not very big.
All right, Mr.
Not anywhere close to the Castle Bravo stuff.
All right, you guys got about 60 seconds to get your orders in, please.
Okay.
Mr.
I
McNamara.
believe we already have them.
Okay. All right, we're getting close to wrapping this up. Achilles says it's moments like this when you think, God, none of these guys were in the NSC back in 1962. All
Oh my
right.
lord, this is.
The Americans do have their attack orders. They are launching all 3 of the remaining EMPs at the forces around Tallahassee. So the left of the Martian line.
All right, let's roll those and take down those tripods and then see what they do when they're out of EMP. So they'll have 1 turn with, what do we do?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back
So-
here, and then the aliens will get sick and die.
All three are successful. Not by a whole lot, but
They did it.
All right, so
It doesn't matter if it works. It doesn't matter how it works. It matters if it works.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
worked.
it worked. All right, so apply the result and give the report.
Also, down south, yeah, they're trying. They are really trying. They are trying for 4 nukes down near the Cape. Try and get the same EMP effect as one of their high yield EMPs.
Yeah, I would just say it just doesn't work.
No, I was going to say, if we're talking about this guy, I was going to roll 4 dice, and they need 2 6s to get it to work.
Maybe, but I also want them to feel for
3
a
6s.
turn that we're out of options and there's nothing left we can do.
I think they already are out of options. They're scrambling.
Yeah, we're out of options. All we can do now is pray, and, well, Soviets don't pray. So,
Soviets don't pray, they bomb.
Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so...
Oh, one other thing. They are trying to reverse engineer some stuff from the attack at Isabella.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the 128th is going down to Guantanamo with some trucks.
That won't have an effect on the game. So let's go ahead. Let's get through the next 2 turns and wrap it up.
All right. So we're not rolling for this then?
If you want to, if you really want to, but I don't want to
I just want to see. Yeah, it'll make me, just come up with, what they see. And,
it's 4 1s, I swear.
Oh, they've got 2 5s, but yeah, it was supposed to be 2 6s, so no good.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Yeah. Full strike.
The first 9.
It's update time.
Attack ineffective. The tripod is still heading south.
Of course. God damn it.
It will probably make landfall maybe just north of Delita.
Well, I mean, if 4 nukes doesn't do it, then it's just the EMPs.
And you're out of them.
Yep.
You just gave them all away.
Hopefully the Americans have made some fucking use of them.
The surface group and missile group are hanging around at LJ. You have B-85.
What?
Yeah, there's a great site in Area 51 for them to be taken to.
Exactly, yeah. Put them there, put them there.
Oh my gosh, just like what happened historically.
So there are still tripods on the front line. They're now pushing up. They've actually pushed up into Georgia. And
okay, now
but
it's
it seems the line around Tallahassee has been stabilized.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, you know what the good thing is? They can't go past Chickamauga because there they'll get eaten by ants.
That's true. As someone who's from that area, yeah, that's about right.
Okay. So I don't think there's much that we can do for right now. So I don't think any new orders in terms of like major strikes to us. So.
All right. So, you want good news or bad news first?
I don't think we have any good news, so...
Well, all right. So the bad news is they have used more EMP attacks and they have destroyed 3 more of your tripods. So that now all you have left in the north, I believe, are 3 tripods. All those on the west side of your line are destroyed.
Okay, so...
Okay, so that's the bad news. Here's the good news. The good news is your engineers have unscrambled their communications. And they reveal to you that the humans appear to be saying to each other that they are out of weapons. They no longer have these weapons or ability to fight back against you. So, the attack continues. In the south, they have tried to destroy the tripod in the south with nukes, the one that just left Florida, and they have failed. It continues and will be landing in Cuba on the next turn. And one last thing, Sam, your space telephone rings, and it's one of the Venus ladies, and she's just wanted to tell you that maybe you need to get checked, that she's not feeling very good, and she's worried
That's the good news.
She may have given you something, and not only should you get checked, Sam, but the others should get checked too.
Well,
Yeah.
I think this is the end, is it?
I don't know. You should go to the clinic and get tested when you get back to Mars, okay?
Well, I think we should call the invasion force faster, because if we are going to die, then...
All right.
What happened?
I think we got STD or something.
Oh, wait, okay.
Well,
I don't trust Venus, a woman, like, what the fuck?
Space AIDS.
Told you.
All right. I've told the aliens that they need to get checked. They got a call from the lady on Venus that said, when you get back to Mars, go to the clinic and get tested. So the aliens know something's going on because they stopped off at Venus. So at the moment of great despair for everyone, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. Do the Americans have their orders?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What are they
They're
doing?
holding the line, launching a very large yield nuclear ICBM at the remaining tripods just to see what effect it has. I also told them that they managed to capture a few of the inhabitants of one of the tripods alive.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Sims in Nevada. I'm sure nothing will come.
Yeah, exactly. That was the joke.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
I think. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. They're trying again. The Soviets are trying again with everything they got.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they.
All right.
a miracle.
Do we want to have one turn where we just tell them nothing works?
I think we could probably tell them that in the debriefing.
All right. Or are we ready to wrap it up now and go ahead and?
I think we're ready to wrap it. I'm ready to wrap it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the aliens know that they've got they need to.
They got 2 6s. They got 2 6s. They managed to.
Oh Lord.
They managed to destroy it.
Why are you giving them hope? Don't give them hope. That's cruel.
God's on their side. What can you say? They're Cubans.
Do we want to? How do you guys want to call it? Is this a human victory, or do we think that the Martians have done so good? They have Martian formed a lot of Florida. That maybe it's a. I don't know how we call it. The Martians can't really land.
I think it's a. If I had to call this.
Pyrrhic victory.
Martians did Pyrrhic victory. Martians did a hell of a lot of damage in Florida, and humans just got by with the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a while for them to recover.
Just like the movie.
They also, the humans now know how to beat them. So
yes,
they're going to have higher yield EMPs. They're going to have, better weapons. Lord knows what technology they will gain from this.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's have everyone in the lobby. Yeah. Let's just wrap it up.
All right. We'll
All right,
add everyone to the lobby. Not add everyone.
I mean, the north coast of Cuba is, nuclear wasteland, but they killed it.
Good job. All right, guys, let's head up to the lobby. We're gonna debrief.
Okay.
Did we win?
All right, everyone, let's head
hang on,
up to
Marshall's
the
in here.
head up to the lobby. We're gonna debrief.
Uh-oh.
All right, I need everyone to go to the lobby.
Okie doke. We've got this bastard.
All right.
And I hope so, because we kicked their ass.
Marb.
I nuked Georgia. I did it.
I really like the submarine that tried to run.
America's burning. Let's go.
Anyway, let's
Soviet
keep it to
crowd,
one person at a time because there are going to be a lot of people.
All right, here we are. It is time to. Achilles says, if humanity could defeat Mars by just sacrificing Florida, then it is a human win.
True.
Very true.
Where's the love
I
here,
agree.
man? Where's the love? No love for Florida.
We have lost Florida. The position in the world overall has substantially improved.
All right.
Very true.
All right. Do we
We
have
didn't lose
everyone?
Florida. We
Wait,
lost
anyway, people,
Disney
come on.
World.
All right. Okay.
This is a win.
Let's do the debrief. Okay. So obviously, Cuban Missile Crisis. I think you guys did a great job. I'm very pleased with how everyone did in today's scenario. The Soviet Union had 9 EMP weapons. The idea was they had enough to basically take out all the tripods. Although there was actually 12 tripods?
12.
Let's see. All right, I'm getting static off. G puzzle.
If that's if the case is static, I don't know how much because there's like 6 or 7 things in my room that make static.
Just mute your microphone until you talk.
Yeah, just mute your mic.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So anyway, there it is. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was just a reverb.
Soviets had the EMPs. Americans had the accuracy. And the idea was that at some point you're supposed to talk to each other and say, well, we have this and we have this. Put the two things together and create a weapon that can destroy the tripods. I found it really interesting that there were talks about EMPs, and I think the Soviet ambassador was in the room, but didn't say anything. I think that's Alexei Sadetsky. Really curious. Why didn't you say anything, just real quick?
He wasn't allowed to.
He wasn't allowed to.
I was directed by the Soviet Presidium not to disclose our tactical weapons advantage to the Americans in case the missile crisis heated up as soon as this was finished, and in case that the Americans were able to deal with it with conventional nuclear weapons.
Yeah. All right, let's real quick. We'll go through the umpires real quick. Then we'll let the Martians speak. Then we're gonna let the president on each side speak. And then if players want to talk a little bit, I'm probably going to wrap up the live stream. I'm supposed to be somewhere in about 9 minutes. I'm not going to make it. It's not a hard obligation like that anyway, so I'm going to be late to where I'm supposed to be. But I don't want to spend maybe more than 30 minutes here on the debrief. So I will say that all the teams performed well. I think the Martians performed flawlessly just about. I can't think of anything negative to say about the Martians. The Martians, under the command of, guess who? Sam Miller, who I recruited specifically for this task because he is Sam Miller, performed amazingly well. So from a Kriegsspiel perspective, from a gameplay perspective, I think this is pretty much a Martian victory. But of course, when you take a look at the fact that the Martians got a little itchy, they stopped off at Venus before coming to Earth. And, well, you guys basically hit them with the nukes. The nukes don't do anything to them, although Dave will beg to differ, because the Cubans did make the roll in the south to bring down the second tripod that was coming south. They succeeded in the roll, so fair is fair. But otherwise, the big nuclear blast didn't do anything. But in the wake of the nuclear explosions, the tripods start scratching and feeling a little unwell. Flu-like symptoms. They don't have their masks. I don't know why they didn't mask up, but they didn't. And the tripods eventually fall over and die over the course of the next turn or so. There's no point, though, in playing that through. The Americans eventually figured it out and did what they could do, as did the Soviets. I think the Soviets probably got the better of the Americans overall. But that's just my rough take on it. All right, so let's see here. Let me see my. Let's go through in order. Dave, what's your critique, man?
Oh no, I thought it was just great fun, great listening to you all, and the political kind of intrigue to begin with was quite interesting to listen on, and then of course we threw the curveball at you, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought it was great. I can't wait to watch back the video.
Wonderful. All right, let's see. Who's the next umpire in the line? Lake, what do you have?
I was Soviet political umpire. I was basically the organized communications between themselves, the Russian ambassador, the premier, and their military, and the Americans. It was interesting to see how communications and negotiations were still occurring, even though Florida was being overrun by this monstrous invasion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it was. I think they tried their best to keep an upper hand and still continue the war, even though in the back of my mind it's like, you're getting invaded by aliens. What the hell are you doing? Just make amends and go after them, you numbnuts. But yeah, this is. It's interesting to think of the implications that will occur after this, and this was, I think, politically very well done by both sides.
Yeah.
And it was all great fun for the Halloween game.
All right, Nelson Roswell, also known as G Puzzle, but Nelson Roswell. Hey, what do you guys think of that name, by the way? All right, we'll assume they all like the name. Nobody wants to interrupt.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Because the amount of particles going on is making my computer chug like a motherfucker.
All right.
So I was American political. I coordinated most of the American political actions. So a lot of recon, a lot of contacting, especially because the beginning of the game, still during the middle of the crisis, JFK is in the middle of the campaign trail, and then the aliens hit, and JFK is still on the campaign trail. So there was a little bit of the Americans did, I think, fairly well for what they were doing. It would be very easy to look at the situation at hand and go, it's the Soviets that are doing this. And I know that happened because that actually happened when I dropped the picture of the alien. One of the first reactions was, oh, it's the Soviets. So it was definitely fun that we ended up getting cooperation out of this instead of total mutual nuclear annihilation. I think both human sides perform pretty damn well, but the issue was you needed that, I think 2 or 3 turns to just make sure that this wasn't something that someone else had done, and this was indeed an invasion from things from the above. What I will mention that that Marshall brought up, if anyone noticed, my name is an anagram for Orson Welles. So that was kind of a joke, and I was hoping anybody would get it, and nobody got it.
All right, Tunis, what do you have?
Yeah, that was great. I just wish that, I hope in the future, if we're ever visited by aliens, our president is so eloquent to say something like, you may think this is a time for panic, and yes, we should panic.
We needed to.
All right.
I have not laughed that hard.
I think it was only beaten by the comment that he made about the Americans having about the Americans not being original with city names, and then anyway, St. Petersburg, Venice, and Naples are on fire.
Yeah, the aliens really went after all the European-sounding names in Florida, but that was great. I enjoyed that once the big reveal happened that there are aliens attacking Florida, someone realized that there's a third team in the Discord, and
that was me.
I think someone said, my God, they're led by Sam Miller. As if the tripods wasn't scary enough. It was Sam.
Martin said it was scary that they were led by Sam Miller. I realized there was another team, though.
All right.
But yeah, it was great. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Speaking of Sam Miller, I'm going to call on you to speak first among the players. Have I missed any of the umpires? Okay, and I think there's.
I believe you have. I want to make an addendum because
Go ahead, real quick.
Because that was definitely my first game umpiring for the IKS. So that was pretty enjoyable.
Good job. Good job. Also, Cookie Hunter. Cookie Hunter, you observed. Did you have anything you wanted to share?
I think everything that I would say was already said, except that it was a glorious mess.
As all Kriegsspiels are. Okay, Sam Miller, go ahead. What did you want to share?
Well, I can share with you probably our plans for the invasion. As you all know, we landed in Florida. But I kinda expected like American units in Florida because of Cuba, but there was no one, so it was very good for us. Like we had a free reign on Florida, and the Americans didn't seem to bother for multiple turns to even attack us. So that was even better for us. But eventually they have gotten EMPs in their hands, which we couldn't do anything about it. And we also tried to attack Cuba to like distract the Soviets so that they think the Americans did something. But they fought back and have destroyed some of our tripods. But I think eventually the main invasion force would have come and put an end to all of this. Well, I would say my team did well, but we only had to disperse to counter the EMPs to have less casualties.
Well, good job. Good job. Okay, Khrushchev, what did you want to say?
I actually really enjoyed this. I hope everyone who had to deal with me had fun. That was my first time ever having any actually leading position in a Kriegsspiel. Still being pretty new to the system myself. I hope people enjoyed the fact that I tried to keep the political intrigue going up throughout the end of the game. And I like to think, at least from my position, I kind of had the bartering upper hand as far as diplomatic demands was concerned, and to the point where I'm pretty sure I actually fulfilled what my on-paper objectives were, which was keep missiles acceptedly in Cuba. So I like to think that, A, the Soviets still won our on-paper objectives before the wrench was thrown in the works, and B, that we absolutely obliterated any tripod that even tried to look at the Union, whereas, as the world knows, due to the president's famous "we should panic" speech, that while the Soviets stood strong and massacred the aliens with very minimal losses, the Americans got absolutely battered. So hopefully, in the geopolitical stage as well, that would elevate the Soviet Union. And last thing I want to put out...
Florida.
Yeah, last thing I want to put out right
Maybe
before...
Hang on.
Before we
Let him
rotate
speak.
to the next person, though, is that, as my commanders can attest, right as the game ended, I was planning naval invasions to quote-unquote liberate Florida, and then was going to refuse to leave until the Americans finally fully gave in.
Wow. Oh, clever. All right, President Kennedy, you got 60 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I'm here, and the first thing I want to say is even though I get assassinated, you'd be removed from Premier for keeping good relations with us during this crisis, as no one would ever support good relations with the Americans. But then again, apart from this, you'd also, well, I might be getting assassinated, but when Johnson takes over, you're not keeping missiles in Cuba anyway. The Soviets might think they have the upper hand, but in the long term, they won't have any sort of upper hand. We are going to smash them in the UN, and they won't have any sort of upper hand after this. But anyways,
the aliens in the UN too.
as I was saying, yeah, don't say anything. Probably, but I was President Kennedy. Luckily, Dallas wasn't on my campaign trail this year, but basically what I said previously before the game started was that I was gonna. Don't worry, Khrushchev, I'll make an argument later on. But basically what I said previously before the game started is that I'd be on the campaign trail. You know, I didn't announce at that time that there were aliens in Florida. So I'm answering also to Nelson here. I didn't know at the time. Well, we knew at the time that there were aliens in Florida. We just didn't announce it yet. So keeping to my regular schedule was supposed to try and keep the public calm, even though there were tons of civilians just running out of Florida in panic. And as for the idea of my "we should panic" speech, I simply said that out of reflex. And I think we should have panicked. And we did.
Oh boy.
All right.
By the way, I'm the first.
Yeah,
the
it is about 60.
players are the American players are the first ones to use nukes in the history of chaos.
All right. Well, there you go. Okay, I'm going to pop out of this room momentarily. I'm going to end the live stream because I have to get going. I'm going to leave this room and this map running so that people can look at it and review it. If you want to join the umpire table to look at the map, the word or the keyword is Kriegsspiel in Tabletop Simulator. I think that's the room name. The password is lowercase IKS. You can come on in here, pop in, and just kind of have a look around. I want to thank you all for participating. Feel free to write after action reports or comment or tell me what y'all think. I had a great time planning this. This was really hard to keep it a secret from y'all. But I want to praise the Martian team for doing such a good job keeping the secret. And I wanted to throw a big curveball at you, which was, as Clausewitz says, no plan of battle survives first contact with the enemy. And I wanted to see how you guys were going to respond to that. I think you were a little slow to start, but you eventually figured it out. I'm very proud of how everyone performed today. And I hope you enjoyed the Halloween event. Yeah, it was the Halloween event, so it wasn't just going to be Cuban Missile Crisis. It was going to be aliens or zombies or something. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to thank a couple people. I think G Puzzle and one or two others. I can't remember who, but there were a few people who mentioned War of the Worlds in previous posts. So this wasn't entirely my own idea.
I mentioned we should do War of the Worlds, and then and then I get a DM from Marsha saying, "Hey, have you ever umpired before?" And then I look at the IKS and my post has been deleted.
Yeah, your post was deleted. I didn't want to tip anyone off ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. So figuring out that it was War of the Worlds was absolutely in the cards. And if you did, you would be recruited to be an umpire.
All right, guys. I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to go to my room. I'm out of here, but I'll leave everything up and running while I'm gone. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. Happy Halloween.
Take care.
Happy
Yeah.
Halloween.
Well, Marshall, you as well.
Thank
Before
you.
everyone leaves, I just
Happy Halloween.
Thanks for the game.
My sub commanders.
All right, folks. That is it. That's the end of the game. And this will be the end of the live stream. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching. I hope you found that this was interesting. I'm going to add this to our Patreon. So if you go onto our Patreon, you'll be able to view this in the future. And there we have it. Well, thank you all for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all on our next adventure.